صلنا ربا سكتم بقلمنا تكبر العدم أملك ببور وقربني كلابا Mapana awalan dalam manoi mapana manoi mapana awalan dalam manoi mapana mabina yabala aben ayarula atala gadele ibo yamburila hay samay yangale ibo hali bea amoderi bea mabina yabala aben ayarula atala gadele ibo yamburila mate mabina nema sagayina kinsa wan goblino dame wan hallino manoi mapana walangala manoi mapana walangala manoi mapana أنا ما قبلك ولا قبلتنا ويا الاثنين ويا الاثنين يا لا ربيعي دبر مروبة رباي تقلرونه ربي قرمت سلالتين أنا وسرا سلالين يا لا Sagayina, nugut nubzi bari, dafar marube, wama dafar moy, ambade narubne, sinsele yarube, ambade narubne, nelbuka udara, neraba utolahi, ma bina yabale, abeno yarule, eze dairaba. Saymuda, amburani sole, baytoranka hele, maiyoli bale, lubak maiyole, kabri maiyole, abesa kindole, baday sigag bole, mabinaya bale, abeno yarle, badamanarile, nekala. تتبندعوا بقعد فلمعني حموكت فلبيبي كلابا بقي بارو كرباني حراي عاقا دلباني حمو بالا حجباني تقبروا العدباني قبي بورو وقربني كلابا مدون غيراليتو حنيا مدون غيراليتو mudungeralito barakalo hagaba mutfulo gaba ila dabi gaba mabida yabale salani
Hello, assalamu alaikum, everybody. Welcome to MAGA, Make Afar Great Again. As every Sunday we do our program together. So as usual, it's gonna be in English first, French, and Afar language. So and please share as much as you can to groups, to your friends. Today you will see a little bit different MAGA, as I promised. I still working on a lot of things, but it seemed to be better than previously because I can share with you a lot of information directly. As you can see today, you can see me there, and you can see the programs, as well. Whatever I'm publishing, video, thing like that. So. You heard a beautiful song of Muhammad Ibrahim. Allah yarhamu, who was, our hero who passed away recently. And obviously, very, very, nationalistic, patriotic song, and may Allah give him Jannah and all those, who died, fighting and defending their country. And that's, and obviously there's still some people who they're fighting to defend the motherland, Afar land. And I'm gonna explain to you, I want to show you today, how great is Afar history. The Afar history transcends everybody else, every single human being today. It transcends it, and that's what we're gonna try to show today with evidences. And I'm open to any debates or thing like that. Just set up Skype. Invite things. So if you are on, Skype or on listing, maybe I don't know if today will gonna be possible because I'll have to work out on it. But I set it up for it to work. So if you wanna have words, doesn't matter. Even if you disagree with what I'm saying, I'm more than happy to enter a debate. And then obviously I hope that you have something very strong to defy, and overwhelming, evidences I put to you. So that's the thing. So what we're gonna do first now, and I'm gonna put that video. And as you know, Eddie Izzard, who wanted to know, is a British guy, comedian, or you call, marathon runner, and he wanted to know, am I Anglo-Saxon or am I Celtic? That's what is his quest, because he wanted to know the three main group in the UK, European, from European descent. Obviously the Anglo-Saxons, there you have the Celtics, British Isles I'm talking about now, and the Vikings. And he wanted to know where he fits in, historically. And he went on that journey when obviously he had an answer to that question. and even more. So he went from his mother's side and his father's side. So I'm here interested on his mother's side because they relate to the Afar people. And the most important bit is because almost 9 out of 10 people who left Africa, descend from the Afar people. Today, I'm going to put you a lot of evidences today as well to support that. And you're going to see it for yourself. So 9 out of 10, all the European, as he said, when he crossed the Bab el-Mandeb, said, Afar gave birth to two, group, the N group and the M group. The N group is all the Semite, obviously Yemeni. The N is the Yemeni people, our brothers, the Yemenis. Then who gave birth, and then we gave birth to everybody, all the Semites and Europeans. And you have the M side of things who gave the birth to all Asians, and up to Australia and all those things. So because we were the first to leave Africa, and then we were for centuries before our two other brothers, because I always bring this thing to, to the scriptures, because let's remind that Homo sapiens are the three Homo sapien, groups, the L1, L2, L3. So all the two brothers, Japheth and Ham, because Afar are Shem, and all three were black. So there was no issue with, I'm going to show it to you as well. There was no issue about race, because I know some people have this understanding that Japheth was white and Ham was black, and Shem was Semite, kind of thing. So that's not true. That all three were black, and obviously the complexion and the skin color, the tone changed later on, and I'm gonna show it to you here. So so the two other brothers, Japheth and Ham, came later on to cross to outside of Africa. So this is why 9 out of 10 today the DNA bring back to the Afar people. So I'm gonna show you before I go into those debates and all these things and we talk about it. I want to show you again that video made by. It's been shown in BBC, so it's a BBC from Serious program. So, and it does clearly show you, a journey of, our brother. He goes to Yemen, obviously to Yemen, the Yemeni people, and then to Turkey, T2, so the Turkish people, and then he goes to, some of his family go, to Rome, as the importance of Rome, and then the other part go to, the north of Europe, and then obviously they, populated across, the whole Europe. So 9 out of 10 European today, he said himself, his science said that all report back to the Afar people, and I told you about the Amazigh people, and I'm going to show it to you as well. What Amazigh brother saying, and obviously Ibn Khaldun, what he was saying, about that. So before we do, let's start with that video. We're gonna watch it together. It's an about an hour video, and I'm hoping one day I will be able to put some, subtitles because it's in English. But I'm hoping that maybe because it's a long, and I'm trying to find a way to put subtitles into it and all different languages, and I'm hoping to be able to get SRT file. That's what the subtitle and things, and that will fit because the video, the way I tried it, it was too long for the application so to do it. But so I'm hoping there is a way where I can do it on a long thing, the whole video, and translate it to, for example, Somali, Afar, Tigrinya, and Amarenia, all these languages. There is a possibility to about 190 something languages, at least, if not 200 languages today, translated. And there's a possibility to add subtitle to it. So let's get started. So what I'm gonna do is gonna do that.
Eddie Izzard, actor, comedian,
Morning, this is Stephen, very hunting.
transvestite, and marathon runner extraordinaire, is about to embark on a remarkable journey, using his own DNA as the roadmap.
I've always been fascinated by genetics and the fact that it can bring my history right here. It's like magic.
Locked within each of us is a genetic history book. It reveals not only our deep ancestry, but also the journey of mankind across the globe.
This is it, the birthplace of the Exodus, the first Exodus.
Recent breakthroughs in genetics will allow Eddie to use his own DNA to unlock the secrets of where he and we came from.
Instead of going back to the last couple of hundred years, we're going to go back to the last couple of 100,000 years.
This is the epic story of humanity's journey from our shared origins in Africa 10,000 generations ago, all the way to Eddie Izzard.
This is the first time in Britain that an individual has looked at their own DNA and used that to retrace their ancestral journey.
My ancestors came across here.
And finally, he'll bridge the gap between his genetic and family history.
I believe we are related to each other.
Oh, it's Eddie Izzard. Fancy that.
Eddie Izzard is about to become the first person in Britain to use his own DNA to retrace his ancestors' journey across thousands of miles and 200,000 years, from the very first modern human in Africa to Eddie. He's beginning by donating some saliva to science.
God, I think I've done it. One spit.
It seems like an unpromising start to an exploration of deep ancestry.
Science in action. This is Blue Peter.
But Eddie's spit contains DNA. DNA is found within our cells. It's the instruction manual that helps build and run our bodies. Scientists have also found another remarkable use for it. Locked within our DNA is a genetic route map that reveals how our ancestors migrated out of Africa and went on to populate the rest of the world. It's the tool Eddie will use to help him retrace the human journey. Whilst Eddie waits for the initial DNA results, he's going back to his childhood home to visit his dad, John. He's the inspiration for Eddie's quest.
Crazy dogs. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi, Ed. Nice to see you.
He's 83 now. I kind of thought one can't live forever, but it's nice to give him something before any bad thing happens. Are you intrigued by this? I think it's going to be intriguing.
Yes, anything that tells us a bit more about ancient history, something that I never dreamt of doing before.
Eddie will undertake 2 journeys. One will explore his dad's lineage, but first, he'll explore his mum's line. And this journey will be close to his heart. His mum died of cancer when Eddie was a young boy.
It'd be interesting to find out if something comes out of Mum's side. They go, oh yes, that resonates with me, because I can't see it so clearly because Mother isn't here. My mother died when I was 6.
One of the things she said to me before she died was she wouldn't have the pleasure of seeing you grow up.
Yeah. Well, whatever we find will be fascinating. This is the first time, apparently, anyone's done it, apart from scientists checking other people. This is the first time anyone's gone on this journey.
I think they've done it with animals.
But animals are not good chatters on television.
Well, they don't say a lot, no. Not, not that we can make out, anyway.
As part of his journey, Eddie will also discover where traits like his blue eyes came from. But it's not just what makes us unique individuals that excites him.
I look for connections. That's why I do gigs in French, and I'm going to do them in German and Russian and Spanish, just so to find connections around the world. We're all the same. Here's my dad now with dogs. He's walked out that door many times. So it's connections. That's what I'm looking for.
Eddie has come to the genetics lab to find out the results of his DNA test. Geneticist Dr. Jim Wilson is using the latest advances in genetic science to unlock the secrets of where Eddie's mother and father lines came from.
We took your spit and we extracted your DNA from your spit using a chemical reaction. And then we focused in on two pieces of DNA. A piece of DNA called the Y chromosome, your father's father's father's father's father, all the way back through the generations. But we're also going to look at your mother line all the way back through the ages.
Right.
So how will Jim use Eddie's DNA to first explore his mum's deep ancestry? The answer lies in genetic changes known as markers. DNA is passed from generation to generation as an almost exact copy. But occasionally, DNA changes. These changes, the markers, can indicate the start of another branch in the human family tree. And it's these markers that Jim will focus on. He looks for matches to Eddie's markers in people from around the world. He'll access databases of hundreds of thousands of individuals. They, like Eddie, have given their saliva for DNA testing over the last decade or so. Many traditional communities have remained in the same place for thousands of years. So a match with an Eddie marker can show where his ancestors traveled on their migration route.
So what we're going to do is to take you to relive the journey that your female line ancestors made from that origin in Africa as they moved out of that continent and moved around eventually all the way to England. And how we're going to do this is to try to introduce you to genetic cousins of yours at each point.
Each branch of the human family tree originating from a new marker is known by a letter. The root of these branches, L, takes every one of us back to Africa, to one woman. All modern humans originate from her.
Everyone in the world, wherever they lived, was descended from one woman, and she lived in Africa, and so they called her Eve.
I have heard of her, but her name was probably more Gladys or Janine. So basically, everyone in the world is related.
Yeah, so what...
That yes needs to be bigger than that, because there's racists out there going, I am so different, I will kill you for the differences. And hang on, everyone's related, yeah?
Yeah, it's an amazing discovery to see that all humans everywhere all go back to a small group of people actually in Africa.
So where do we go first?
You're going to go to southern Africa, to Namibia, to the Kalahari Desert or its outskirts, to meet some of the San people. They're the first branch of the human family tree. The point at which they connect into your line is 192,000 years ago, we estimate.
Oh, that's amazing. Great. Wow.
This is the start of Eddie's unique experiment in genetic time travel, taking him back 10,000 generations to meet his and our most distant ancestral cousins. To get there, he has to travel more than 10,500 kilometers to the edge of the Kalahari Desert. This arid bushland is a tough environment, and would have been for our ancestors. The San Bushmen who live here are one of the last remaining peoples to preserve the hunter-gatherer way of life our ancestors practiced almost 200,000 years ago.
Nice landing.
Just how I remember it.
Wow.
It's time for Eddie to meet his and our most distant relatives. He wants to experience what life might have been like for our hunter-gatherer ancestors. Local bushman, San Maxkike, a ranger with the Namibian Park Service, will be his guide.
So Kayo. Kayo. And the hats are crazy. I like that crazy hat.
Mo Debe.
Debe?
Debe. Mo Kunta.
Kunta.
Kaja.
Segte. Segte. Ready. When you get back 10,000 mums, it's such a long line of people that also put their genetics into what ended up as mum that you can't just say, that woman looks like mum. But it's still intriguing.
Agnes, let's go.
Hunting gets all the plaudits, but then, as now, gathering would have made up the vast majority of the diet. Eddie's first task is to gather tubers, roots that retain water. Their plant stems are easy to identify, but the tubers themselves lie deep underground.
So just down there, yeah?
Yeah, just down there.
The bushmen often use the tubers to quench their thirst and even cook them like potatoes.
How far down do I go? How do I know when I've reached gold? I don't know where I'm going now, so that I'm digging. Okay. Going to the supermarket seems a lot easier. I see there's a whole string of them.
Yeah, now you can pull it out.
Okay. Thank you.
Kaja.
That's gathering. Nails still intact.
Eddie's painted nails, the only outward sign of his cross-dressing, have set tongues wagging.
Actually saying that seeing you having painting on your nails like you want to become a woman.
I know what that is, part of what's in me. I have girl and boy in me.
Yeah, we're asking if possible you can
Yeah, we can
do
paint
yoga.
nails, but it's
Eddie promises the ladies a manicure before he leaves.
But do you have the
You get
paint
them?
with you?
I do actually.
The next food source is less taxing on the nails, collecting berries from the false mopani tree.
I agree with them. They're all saying, hey, what the fuck, man? Now I'm looking for berries. Now I'm on a quest. 2 berries. 3 berries. I'm beginning to feel at home with my new relatives. This doesn't feel alien at all. So 10,000 mums ago, my 10,000th mum was doing this with women like these women here.
They're happy that you are here.
And they're not pissed off? We'll be in a bit.
Hunting and gathering has been the predominant way of life for the vast majority of human history. And for the first 100,000 years or so of our existence, we practiced it solely in Africa.
Wow, that was nice honey. This is pollen. I think I'll put pollen on my list. A bag of pollen, please. And some for the lady. James Bond.
One of our greatest allies in this hostile environment was fire. It didn't just keep us warm and allow us to eat more nutritious food. It also protected us from our animal enemies. Eddie's newly found relatives teach him how the Izards made fire before the invention of the safety match.
I always wanted to be able to make fire. It's one of those things on my list, making fire. I thought it would take me like a couple of weeks of training, but once they give you the right sticks and you work out what to do, it's such an amazing thing.
Yeah.
Blow, blow, blow.
Yeah.
My God, my first fire. Wow. This was made by first fire. Ah.
He was looking at your nails and said, it looks like a flag of a country.
Oh, yeah, that is. This is my country. This is my continent.
When you look at your nails, it's like that only with ladies, but not with men.
I know. Crazy, but a good crazy.
That
That works. You see? Sense of humor. A joke to a family I'm related to 192,000 years ago.
So we are all related.
Yeah.
So they are glad that we are related and we are together now.
Now that Eddie has learned how to make fire, all he has to do is keep it going. With San, he wants to experience how his ancestors survived the night. He'll have only fire to protect him from the predators and elephants that visit the waterhole close by.
Holy cow. You heard that? That is, it sounded a bit like a lion, but that is an elephant. Yeah, that's an elephant. Just drinking or coughing? He's making a lot of noise. Elephants are herbivores, unless you look like an enormous salad. If you're dressed as a salad, they're not going to go for you. But they will squash your head and get you under their big paw. This is what 10,000th mum, I'm calling Shirley now, must have done. She must have sat out around the fire. It's so black out there, so dark. Obviously you've got to keep this fire going. That is your safety. Don't go anywhere. Do not venture out beyond this flame. Fire looked a little worryingly low, but as long as we keep waking up and putting the things on the fire, there's just still enough wood to keep us going till sun up. Can't hear animals, can't hear elephants. The Mayan plays tricks. Okay, back to bed. See you later.
The following morning, Eddie hasn't been carried off by hungry herbivores.
It was quite a night. I didn't think at all about my ancestors. I was thinking about me trying to survive the night. I was a little bit anxious because I thought we might die. If some predator had come, San knew what to do, but I didn't know. What if they got some? This is an idea. Okay, they've got some. What do I do? Now, don't be pathetic and run off. You've got to do something in the hell. I kept that stick near me. I thought, poke things with sticks. I had these pathetic backup plans of how to deal with whatever.
It's almost time for Eddie to begin the next leg of his genetic journey. But not before he fulfills his promise to the ladies.
The people here, they don't seem that far away. I thought it would feel very far away. Thank you very much. Thank you. It'll be 15 minutes. Just. It was great to be here and I've met these people and to get a little thumbnail sense of what gathering is like. have made fire.
The next leg of Eddie's DNA time traveling will take him forward 140,000 years, to sometime before 60,000 years ago. By then, modern humans had colonized the enormous continent of Africa in search of more hospitable places to live. This, despite an estimated total population of no more than 20,000 people. Scientists have DNA tested traditional communities, and with the results have created a map to show how humans migrated across the world. Dr. Jim Wilson is now using this information to discover where Eddie's maternal line traveled.
Eddie's next key marker gave birth to the L3 branch. This is seen today particularly in East Africa along the shores of the Red Sea. About 40% or more of the people there today share this marker with Eddie. So it seems like his ancestors must have moved through this region at some point in the past. But what's really interesting is the next marker after that, which produced the N branch. This is not really seen in Africa today. It actually arose in Arabia. So we think this points to the place where modern humans first left Africa at some point before 60,000 years ago.
Eddie's traveling 5,000 kilometers across the continent to the small country of Djibouti. He wants to reach the place where modern humans probably first left Africa, a narrowing of the Red Sea, known as the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. The route passes through some of Africa's harshest terrain. At 157 meters below sea level, Lake Assal is the lowest place in Africa. It is also saltier than the Dead Sea.
Who the hell comes here? Anyway, they dig up salt from here, so there are people who live here and work here. I prefer to be in Croydon. And I was feeling car sick, and then fear goes into this, and then... So anyway, I don't want to be here. If you lived here, you'd go, this is Mordor. And then after you go, Mordor, my kind of town. If you don't know Mordor, it's, of course, the Lord of the Rings place where Mr. Bad Guy lives, the guy with the one big eye. Just think, imagine way back, if you heard that, you would think that was the gods being angry, or having a bad tummy. Probably a lot of guys who said, this is how God's angry. They're angry with you, Steve. But anyway, we're probably going to get hit by lightning.
Despite his fear of getting fried by the gods, Eddie's determined to press on. Many of the inhabitants of this coastline share the genetic marker that suggests our ancestors passed through here. There's evidence these early modern humans were, for the first time, exploiting the marine environment. Deposits of shellfish from an archaeological site show they were harvesting the fruits of the sea. But Eddie's quest to reach the place the Izzards left Africa may have been thwarted.
We're in a dust storm, and so if you're going at 15 kilometers an hour, you just can't see anything. So we don't know what we're going to hit, so we will stop for a while. Have sandwiches. Sing song. King, gang.
It's a reminder of how resilient early modern humans must have been in order to survive.
It's really tough. It's a tough land. It's a tough fight now. It would have been a tough fight then. We're not sure what the conditions were back then, but it really is tough. Nicola, who's driving, has decided to continue. He feels happy that driving into the sand. We've got military people with us with guns, so we can shoot invisible sand monsters that come.
After 2 hours, Eddie emerges from the sandstorm at his destination, the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. He's just 35 kilometers from the Arabian country of Yemen, where it's thought modern humans first stepped outside Africa. Bizarrely, the Yemen is also where Eddie himself was born. Today, on the African side of the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, fishing is still as important as it was to our ancestors. To explore what life might have been like around 60,000 years ago, Eddie is off to help catch some fish, accompanied by his translator, Fatima. They are meeting Nouria Ahmed Suli. She is one of just 3 fisherwomen in the whole of Djibouti.
Nouria, who is from Djibouti, an Afar woman, which is very close to the Yemeni people, who Yemen is just over there. And she's the captain. You can see it in her face that she's a can-do woman. So how long has she been a fisherwoman?
20 years.
20 years. And what was she doing before?
I have faced so many problems. I became a fisherwoman.
Oh, right.
I married, and I was happy with my family, with my children at my home. The war happened in Obok, as a civil war.
So civil war happened, and after that she became a fisherwoman?
Yes.
Where does she sell the fish that she catches? Only in Yemen?
Here, they pay 250. There, they pay 1,000 francs.
Okay, so 4 times as much for the fish.
Yes.
And when she goes to Yemen, does she go over Bab el-Mandeb? That is the route you take? She goes in this boat, she goes to Yemen.
Yes.
Does she speak Arabic?
I speak Arabic well. I speak Somali also.
All I can say is, Ismi Eddie, walitu fi Aden fi al-Yemen. Just Ismi Eddie, walitu fi Aden. How many fish do you think here?
It's more than 100.
More than 100 fish. You've got to get the fish out of the nets, which is really tricky, and not break the nets. I got one. Where do we throw it?
Every day, Nouria follows the same route our ancestors probably took when they left Africa. The Bab el-Mandeb is still a highway to Arabia.
Bon voyage! Salamata!
No one knows for sure why modern humans left Africa, but our innate curiosity and environmental change may have been 2 important factors. It's thought global cooling and ice age meant sea levels were lower at this time. Perhaps the shorter distance made the crossing more attractive. Some scientists believe only a handful of people made the initial crossing. Remarkably, it's thought that only 2 women gave birth to the rest of humanity outside Africa. One maternal line reached Australia, but Eddie's took a different route and headed towards Europe.
That's the journey that humanity took 60 to 70,000 years ago. Maybe as few as 200 people, maybe only 2 women. My mother's line, which is not only my line, it's everyone's line who became European. So we all have problems whether we're British or whether we're European, or British European, as I consider myself. But in fact, we're all coming from one mother who came across here and gave birth to nearly everyone in Europe.
Political unrest has prevented Eddie from making the crossing to the Yemen. Frustratingly, he can't follow directly in the footsteps of modern humans as they ventured outside Africa, or visit his own birthplace.
My dad and my mum met there, so it's very important to us. Mum working as a nurse for BP oil refining, Dad as an accountant, and so it means a lot. My brother was born there, I was born there. My mum died 6 years later, so, and we have these cine film memories of Mum and Dad there. It's in here, and bizarrely just happens to be the place where the exodus of humanity went through. This is it, the birthplace of the exodus, the first exodus.
It's time for Eddie to leave his and our shared African roots behind. This is now the story of those of us who spread out across the rest of the world. Jim Wilson has been investigating where Eddie's female ancestors went after this momentous moment in human history. It means jumping forward another 42,000 years.
Eddie's next significant marker, which gave birth to the T2 branch, originated about 18,000 years ago. Today, it's most common in populations in the Middle East and Turkey. So it seems that Eddie's ancestors are likely to have moved north, probably following the Fertile Crescent, which runs from the Persian Gulf up to Turkey. And it seems like they were still there for one of the most significant turning points in human history, the birth of agriculture, about 10,500 years ago. Farming meant an abundance of new foods and a more settled lifestyle. In a way, it is the birth of civilization. And it's here that something very interesting happened to Eddie's and many of our ancestors' genes.
The next step in the MAGA1 journey is to go to Turkey. And you're going to learn more there about how agriculture took hold. And you're also going to learn where your blue eyes came from.
Where my blue eyes came from, that is very interesting. Thank you very much, Dr. Jim. That'd be good to go to Turkey. My parents went on honeymoon to Turkey, to Istanbul.
To explore his ancestors' roots in agriculture, Eddie's traveling to Turkey's Black Sea coast. Turkey has some of the earliest archaeological evidence for the domestication of cattle and sheep. This area is still known for dairy farming. Some of the people here share Eddie's marker. Eddie's meeting farmer Fatima Teskan and her family, who are carrying on the tradition.
So do I need to hold?
Yeah, you can hold. Yeah, maybe like...
Local guide, Boket Sahin, joins Eddie to translate.
And how often do they milk the goats?
Every morning.
Do you make cheese from this milk?
She makes her own homemade yogurt, homemade butter.
Right.
All different kind of cheeses.
All right, from the goat's milk.
Yes.
Milk is especially useful for Fatima's family.
Her son had a tumor in his brain. She thinks goat milk is much healthier, especially for children with diseases.
Right.
The domestication of animals gave humans a valuable new food source from dairy products. But there was a hitch. Adults in many early agricultural communities were intolerant to milk. Genetics came to the rescue.
What exactly is this, Fatima?
Ayran.
And what is it made of?
Su var ve tuz var.
Goat milk, yogurt, water and salt.
Here you go, so I'll just have a bit of this.
Eddie and most Europeans can digest milk due to a genetic change that occurred around this time. It means we can process dairy products beyond infancy, whereas many people in the rest of the world can't.
So I can taste yogurty in there. It's really nice and fresh and has a salty aftertaste. So thank you. When I was a teenager, I used to drink 1 litre a day. I used to neck it. I loved milk. I still do. I thought at some point I'm like becoming Chalk Boy, the calcium kid, you know.
This ability to digest milk wasn't the only genetic change that occurred to Eddie's family around this time.
You have blue eyes, I have blue eyes. Do other people in your family have blue eyes?
Her father, all her siblings, and both of her children has blue eyes.
Yeah, cool.
Eddie's guide, Boket, discusses the most up-to-date theory on the remarkable origin of blue eyes.
A recent study by a team of genetic researchers in Copenhagen University everyone with blue eyes can be traced back to Black Sea coast 10,000 years ago.
Everyone with blue eyes can be traced back to Black Sea?
Yes.
Wow.
It was a single person.
That's very curious.
Blue eyes originating in one person isn't the only surprise. Both parents need to give blue-eyed genes to their offspring. So given that even today most of us are brown-eyed, the trait shouldn't survive at all.
Why doesn't it die out?
One of the most popular theory is that it is very attractive. And when there was a shortage of men, as they were hunters at that time, women with blue eyes were more desirable. So it's the sexual selection, and it's very attractive, like gorgeous eyes you have.
Yeah. I always miss eye colours. Do you notice eye colours though? Women tend to notice eye colours better than men.
Well, I do. I mean, even if you look at Hollywood, the legendary people like Sinatra, Elvis, you know, Paul Newman.
So blue eyes, which only turned up about 10,000 years ago, roughly, it could have just touched around by sexual attraction, people saying, hey, let's shag the man or woman with the blue eyes and have babies. For whatever reason, blue eyes have persisted. They're doing the rounds.
So where did the milk-drinking Izzards take their blue eyes next? Their adventure in agriculture led to Europe. The most likely place they entered the continent was the Bosphorus Straits, where Asia and Europe are separated by just a narrow stretch of water. 1.5 million people still make this crossing every day.
My ancestors came across here, maybe Hawaii 5-0 style, maybe with sails. I think sails would be out back then, and it was right here.
On the European side of the Bosphorus, Eddie can't resist staying in the hotel where his parents honeymooned. Tuba Attis is a manager at the hotel.
Really happy to accommodate you here.
Okay.
This is the previous D1 here, and your family stayed here 904.
Oh, really?
Yes,
How do you know this?
Of course, we searched the
records?
Yes,
Oh,
the
wow.
records, yes. This is the same room you're staying.
This is in the same room?
Yes.
Can I take these pictures back to my dad afterwards? Or get a copy?
Of course, this is for you.
Wow. I'm in room 904. I don't know if you remember the room you were in, but apparently it was this one.
Yeah, that's to get the view. We had a good view of the Bosphorus.
I've got a bit of a view of the Bosphorus, but unfortunately the Hyatt Hotel has come along and built a bloody great big hotel in the way of the Bosphorus.
Does happen, yeah.
Also, Mum's actual heritage comes through Istanbul, where you were on honeymoon. Yeah, so that's kind of just another irony. All right, Dad.
You keep him well.
Yeah, keep him well. We were all kind of knackered.
All right, mate.
Good
Thanks
to
for the call.
No problem. Talk to you soon.
Bye now.
Bye.
Around 7,500 years ago, Eddie's mum's line probably moved into Europe as part of the agricultural revolution.
The spread of farming into Europe is a bit like the scramble for land in the Wild West. You have to imagine, with something around 8 million people in the world at the time, many of them in the Middle East, that there was a continuous pressure for new land for agriculture. It looks like there were two main migration routes into the continent. One into Central Europe, following the main river valleys, and another hugging the Mediterranean shore of Southern Europe. Eddie's direct lineage headed northwest into the heart of the continent. But before he explores where they went, he's first going to check out what happened to some ancestral cousins who entered Europe along its southern fringes. Over the next 5,000 years, they settled in some very interesting places.
Hello?
Dr. Jim, where am I off to next?
You're going to Pompeii.
Pompeii?
Pompeii in some way is representative of the next stage where great civilizations are developing, and of course they're all entirely based on agriculture.
So we're going there at a time that's before it blew up?
Just around about 79 AD, I think.
Oh, around 79, oh right, okay. We're going there Tuesday before explosion.
Yeah.
time.
Exactly.
Back. Pompeii will be exciting. I've been intrigued to see Pompeii for years. I think I'm quite good at imagining what it would be like to be there as a Roman. That will be fascinating.
By 79 AD, Pompeii was a flourishing Roman town in southern Italy with a population of 20,000 people. But its residents were unaware that they were sitting on an active volcano. Here, Eddie won't be hanging out with modern-day descendants of his ancestors. He'll be meeting genetic cousins who died nearly 2,000 years ago. His guide is anatomist Professor Maciej Henenberg. Before Eddie meets his long-dead relatives, Maciej wants to show him one of the delights of lost Pompeii.
So, shagging. This is a house of sex?
Yes, so people came here for entertainment,
Okay.
and they had paintings showing what is happening here. This was done on stone.
That's doggy stone.
Yes, well, they're showing various sexual positions, which is fairly similar to what one can see on internet today.
Yes.
Actually, and they're showing some curiosities, like people with double penis, for example.
Oh, really? Is that a medical thing? I've never heard of it.
Yes, it is.
Yeah?
I'm an anatomist. I study anatomical variations.
Okay.
And actually, both double vagina and double penis happen.
Oh. Okay. That sounds crazy.
And the beds are telling us how small people were.
All right. Yeah.
It shows that people were, on average, about 100 millimeters, 10 centimeters shorter than we are today. Then there is a toilet. Romans were much more open about the toilets. So, for example, they had communal toilets.
A lot of people actually sat here, right here, in this very space, doing a poo, having a chat, saying, just having a poo, I'll be right back in for number 4, bit of number 4, and a bit of that old number 2, a bit of 2 and 2, a bit of 4.
And food is across the road.
I'll have a poo, we'll have some sex, and then we'll go and get a McDonald's.
Eddie has come to Pompeii's laboratory to meet some of his relatives. They couldn't give a spit sample, so their ancient DNA was extracted from their teeth.
This fellow is your genetic cousin. Sadly, he was born with a congenital problem, so he had this tilted head, which is called torticollis.
Torticollis.
A nerve to his neck muscles was damaged because somebody helping the baby to be born pulled his head too much. And therefore we both share something with him. Because you share his genes,
right,
and I shared his condition.
Oh, really?
Because until I was 12, I walked like this. So otherwise he was quite a handsome fellow, as most people sharing your genes are. So.
This is what I heard?
Yes.
Eddie's genetic cousin died in 79 AD, when a volcanic eruption overwhelmed Pompeii.
I mean, logically, people were leaving. Why did this family stay?
I think we discovered why. And here's the answer.
All right,
and she's also your cousin, a young woman, about 17 years of age.
She was 17?
She was 17 at the moment of her death, and she carried a baby in her belly, and the baby was just about to be born. It was the last month of pregnancy. So the family says, we have to stay with you. And she was huddled in a corner of the room, protecting her baby, holding a bunch of coins to her breast, wearing heavy jewelry that stained her bones, the shoulder blades, the forearm bones, and her head is stained too, so she had some kind of a headdress.
Okay, this is all kind of fascinating and tragic at the same time.
13 members of the same extended family died together. Eddie wants to visit the place where it happened.
This is huge.
The house belonged to Caius Julius Polybius, a former slave and successful politician.
They were lying here in this room, the old man on the floor, and next to him a teenage boy, and the boy was holding father's hand. They must have been already afraid. And at the feet of the teenage boy, a younger boy, a few years old. And eventually they were covered by more and more of the ash. And this is the other room where the rest of the family died. Here was the 17-year-old young woman, covered in her finery and with the baby in her belly. That's where she eventually died.
Not a great way to go. They found about 20 centimeters of ash in the rooms, which would have blown in. So if you think about how snow works, the ash must have been about here. He must have been wading through the ash. So they were trying to hold on to things. A baby was going to be born, and then they died.
Eddie's journey has already covered nearly 200,000 years of human history. The landscape of towns, streets and houses, of civilization, is becoming much more familiar.
I feel like I've been taken inside a real Latin Roman life, and that links to my mother's line. And just touching the walls is really close.
Eddie's genetic cousins settled in southern Europe, but his direct ancestors appear to have followed a more northerly route through Central Europe on their migration to Britain. Eddie's next key marker shows that this direct maternal line had, by the time of the Pompeii eruption, moved into northern Europe.
We're getting to a really exciting stage of the genetic journey. As we get closer in space and time to Eddie's family in Britain, we can be more specific about the ancestral journey. This is because the more recent markers are shared by fewer people. Of the 69 markers in Eddie's maternal line DNA, this next one is the 67th. This means that we're looking for living people who share an ancestor with Eddie less than 100 generations ago.
We've found another marker that seems to originate much further north. This marker is only about 2,000 years old. And the really interesting thing is that this group seems to be focused in Scandinavia. Your mother's people were Vikings.
Oh.
What you're going to do now is meet people who are directly related to you in Denmark.
Eddie has come to the ancient Viking capital and port of Roskilde. He is meeting Lars London and his sister Anne Persdottir. Lars recently gave a saliva sample to science. Jim then found him on the database, one of only 10 matches.
Okay, well, cheers.
Cheers.
He and his sister share a direct maternal ancestor with Eddie from around 2,000 years ago. That's less than 70 generations.
We share a mother from mother.
Yes.
Are there similarities between us?
Yes.
Which would be interesting. Football, I love football, mathematics. I did math up to university level, but then didn't get it.
Mathematics, that's last.
I also studied math. I took a PhD in applied math and did a postdoc afterwards, 2 years.
I ran 43 marathons in 51 days about 3 years ago. So
we ran a marathon together. Yeah. I did a total of 13 marathons, but over a time of 15 years.
Which is an impressive record, and I apologize for coming with 43 and counting.
That's all right.
I think because I have my father's name, Izzard is my father's name, half your genetics is your mother's side. So you tend to slightly ignore the mother's side and say, oh, what did the Izzards do down the line? Yes, I don't know that much about mum's side. And to find that I have a Viking link going through my mother, that is fascinating.
The closest Eddie can get to his mum's Viking roots is to put himself in the place of his newly found ancestors.
Restrict your arms, lean forward, and you pull.
As they prepared to lay waste to a swathe of Britain.
Perfect.
From 793 AD, the Vikings began to raid Britain. Their secret weapon was the longship. Its shallow keel meant they didn't need harbors. They could row onto the shore.
Not too fast. A little bit, yeah, like that, and then more power in each rope.
Rowing is exhausting, so the Vikings used sail power when they could.
What we do is we use our weight.
Yep.
So go forward, and then we pull backwards like that, and then you fall onto me.
Okay.
And then when we're down, you push it towards the hole so she can take back the slack.
I understand.
Okay?
Okay.
And pull. Oh, that was too much. Yeah, we will just go.
Don't I fall on you?
No, not yet. Just
Okay.
down there and push it. And one more time.
Careful, you might handle it.
We need to
Good
get
time.
this.
That'll do me.
Yes.
Let's go back.
Okay.
How many hours would it take?
To England? With the right wind,
Yeah.
it would take them about 3 days.
Eddie takes over the controls.
You're turning the ship slowly.
You have to do hand signal.
You're turning the rod a little bit too much. Careful. Too much. A little bit more gently on it. Yes, there.
I want to do an extreme one, so it showed up on the screen.
Yeah, that's much better. Very beautiful.
Coming very close to my Viking heritage. They obviously went over and did a lot of killing and pillaging, which wasn't so good, but it's fun to have a Viking link.
Despite the reputation for rape and pillage, Eddie's maternal ancestry suggests Viking families came to Britain too, as part of a second wave of immigration.
Maybe they got a boat right here. Maybe someone from my family got on a boat right here and went across and killed someone who was over there and said, can we steal your house? Yeah, anyway. So now I've got to go back to Britain to see where this leads. It would be so interesting to find some sort of link through the mum's side of the family coming in.
Jim has been searching the database for matches to Eddie's next significant marker, which will bring him back to the UK. He's compared it to the DNA of 12,000 individuals who have submitted to a full exhaustive test of their motherline DNA. He found 4 matches, and he's arranged for Eddie to meet one of them. The match is so recent and so rare that it has yet to be given a name.
You're going to meet 2 sisters, your nearest genetic cousins on your mother's side, and they're in Northamptonshire. You share an ancestor with them at some point in the last 500 to 1,000 years.
Oh.
So it shows that probably your ancestor came prior to that, which would fit in rather well with the Viking Age. So you're really very close genetically.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Jackie.
Hello, Jackie. My name is Eddie. Hello. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Jill.
Hi, Jill. Apparently we're related
Yes.
through genetics and stuff.
That's pretty interesting.
Jill, can I come into your house?
Yes, sure, come here.
The sisters share a common maternal ancestor with Eddie,
Yes.
possibly as few as 20 generations ago.
We are ancestral cousins.
Yeah, when you think in all these thousands of years, that it's just amazing.
Yeah.
The point is we're quite close as relatives. I thought we would be Anglo-Saxons, being blonde and blue-eyed.
Right. But you didn't think Viking, blonde?
No, never Viking. No, I was excited when they said Viking.
Yeah. But they were killers, though.
They were actually terrible people, weren't they? I mean,
know.
you didn't care
It
who
really
they
is
killed
odd, but everyone
or
wants
what
to be a
they
bloody
killed.
Viking. My mother died when I was a kid, you see, so it's interesting to suddenly have this all open and have the mother's line.
This newly found link to his mum encourages Eddie to tell the sisters about the impact of her death.
I'm this kind of emotionally cut down person, but you can keep going, you can deal with things because you're used to just being on your own. But I always think, okay, well, something bad could happen after it, so you don't ever get surprised, so you never go crazy in case something goes the other way.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Did you just say you got children?
I've got 47. No, I haven't got any.
Oh.
I have no kids, but I'm going to get some from a shop.
Well, you are funny.
Well, on a good day. Thanks for doing this. Cheers. Nice to meet you.
Thanks too.
Thanks for coming too.
We'll feed you if you like.
I think we'll be fine. I was looking into their faces to see if I could see myself. Not essentially, but they seem very young at heart, and game and lively. So I identify with that. It's fascinating to meet people with whom I so recently share ancestry.
In the lab, Jim has one final surprise for Eddie. He's been looking for matches to Eddie's most recent marker.
It's actually incredible because we found that you had a marker in your DNA no one else I've ever looked at carried. It probably means it happened rather recently. It's unique.
Yes. Well, it tries to be special. I don't know, it makes you feel good, but it could just mean that you're an idiot.
And none of the people had the change that we saw in your DNA, so it was quite exciting.
Wow.
We're still working on this, Eddie. We don't know all the answers ourselves.
Wow. Unique sounds cool.
I told you you were unique when I first met you. I believe that at some stage soon we will find a match to Eddie's unique motherline marker. We'll discover many more markers in his DNA and in our DNA. This is only the beginning of what the science can do. 5 years ago, this groundbreaking journey would not have been possible.
We've all got these journeys, but to suddenly have it spelt out like that is amazing. I knew my mum for 6 years, and then she went, and now I know these huge chunks of stuff about mum, going all the way back to Africa, through Turkey, getting all the way up to Denmark, and her lineage probably came in 1,000 years ago. And the Vikings would have landed in the seas of Britain, weather like this, and would have scared the bejesus out of everyone. But maybe my mum was in the second wave. Maybe that we were accountant Vikings coming in and saying, how many swords you got? So, to find out now about my father's line, that would be very interesting to put those two together, because I am interested in what goes together in me of my mother and my father, and to find out where he comes from.
Next time, Eddie discovers how the male Izzards battled with the Ice Age and slept with an alien species.
You know, oh, sorry, mate.
You can't get much more masculine than that.
And good news, that's tomorrow night at 9 here on BBC One. And there's more good news from Russell Howard. That's over on BBC Three right now.
Hello. Yeah, okay, Tabeni, can you hear me? If you hear me, can you just say yes? If you do hear me, please say yes, and then I will carry on. And, you know, if you can hear me, tell me about it. Tell me. Yes, you can hear me. All right, good. Good. All right. Okay, thank you for watching. So if you allow me, I'm gonna show 1 or 2 points on this video. Maybe I'll do it at the same times in French and in Afar as well. This is what the video is saying. The video is saying to us, the L3 Afar is the one who populated, who moved first out of Africa, populated Asia, the rest of the world outside Africa, so, and, like Europe, Middle East, Mediterranean, and you can see on the thing he's saying, the one line went to the south, Mediterranean, of all the Greeks, all the, like Pompey, the Romans, and all these things come from Afar, and another line went up north, towards Scandinavia, the Magyars, and I'm gonna show you later on about what an Amazigh brother, Berber brother, saying about the history of the Afar and the Magyars and the goats and all these things. So yes, and it does say clearly, when he's on the Bab al Mandab, and he's saying 2 women gave birth, an Afar woman, the L3, gave birth N-type, then all the, all the Turks, the Semites, white people, all of them said that obviously the Yemeni, obviously, and come from the N, and the M, it was all the Asian, the Chinese, all the Asians, like, I don't know, Asian subcontinent, India, Pakistan, all these things, they come from that. They are Aborigines, the American Indians, and all these things. So they had, from the DNA point of view, refer back to the Afar people, Afar DNA. So that's what the thing saying. So if obviously we all know that the Egyptian, the one of the biggest, the most important civilization ever, because all the other civilization copied and derived from the Egyptian. The Egyptian used to say the Afar people were, the Afar land was the land of the gods and of the ancestors. They used to call it Puntland, as Shu'aib, Ashab al-Aika, and this is where, in, Moses ran, away when he killed the Egyptian man. He didn't go to the Sinai to go to the Middle East. No, he went directly to the south, Sudan, and obviously the actual Eritrean Afar land, the triangle, Afar triangles, Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Djibouti. So this is where he came, Moses, and this is where he met, if you know the scriptures, it doesn't matter if the Torah and the Bible or the Quran. So they all relate this story, where he met 2 young women, with the flocks and, near a well, and he helped them. And then obviously Shu'aib, Jethro in the Bible and in the Torah, who was both the Torah and the Torah and the Bible say that he was an Ethiopian, Ashab al-Aika. So he was an Ethiopian. So that's clearly say it. And then as well, because I know some people used to say that Shu'aib was Arab and all this thing. Clearly the Quran say it in several, verses. Al-Qasas, Al-Sajda, Al-Saba, Yasin. So many saying the Prophet Muhammad wasallam, God tell him, Allah said to him that Muhammad, before you haven't sent a warner or bringer of good tidings, Bashir wal Nadir, so that's clearly shown. And I know the Amazigh brother themselves say they come from the Afar, and Ibn Khaldun used to say that, because Ibn Khaldun, let's say who he was, let's remind that the Arab before Islam were in the darkness, as Allah said in Surah Yusuf. But as soon as the Quran came to them, they had the light and knowledge. And let's remind the Europeans were in the darkness. All this knowledge was brought to them by Islam, and obviously, when they, settled in Spain and all these things, that's when all the knowledge came to them. So clearly, so that is everything bring report back to the Afar people history, and that's why MAGA make Afar great again. It's not just to paraphrase President Trump. It's a reality. This is a hidden history I would like to share with a lot of people. Obviously in first instance with Afar people themselves, because we need to know about our history. And I'm gonna show you a few things. So it clearly say, this is it. Two migration in Europe. One went to the south, along the Mediterranean, obviously Greece, Rome, Pompeii. You've seen, and then one went to north, up to the Danube, from Turkey to the Danube, and so on, until obviously populating the rest of the world from the European side. And obviously there have been migration from the M type, to the Asia and Australia and so on to the Americas. So that's happened as well from that side. So clearly, overwhelmingly, it does say clearly this is the Afar people who populate. And I want to show you something. You probably heard about Nimrod. Nimrod was a king, who was in actual Iraq, Mesopotamia, and all these things. So this is a contemporary of Prophet Ibrahim. So he was, in time of Nimrod, the Afar were, obviously everybody else can, but the history and the historian telling you that Nimrod was a Cushite. What's Cushite mean is Afar is the father of all Cushites. So, and obviously the other Cushite that are related to us directly are the Oromo and the Somalis, and obviously you can pinpoint that on the language, linguistic side of things. So yes, and they clearly, if you see that bit, and if I go there and I try to show it to you, Nimrod, so I'm assuming you probably seeing what I'm sharing with you now. And yes, this is what I'm sharing with you, and as you can see as you can see here, Nimrod, who was king, Kushite king, so. And let's remind those days that he was fighting against another king, and obviously son of Cush and Ham and Noah, kind of thing. So obviously, so he needed help to fight off another king. He called Afar, warriors, on this day, and Afar warriors helped him to fight off that king, and then he gave a name of Tal Afar is a part, in Iraq today. That name is still there. So, and he settled them there to say as a sign of thanks. But we were related. We were the same people. That's why he called them Kushite, king. Let's remind those days there was no children of Israel. There was no Arabs. So all this part of the world was populated by the Kushite, the Afar, people, and that's show clearly, through that, and Abraham, who was himself Kushite. Let's remind with Moses, himself was a Cushite because God showed clearly that he was a Kemite, a black man, and the Israelites were black, and that's showed on the nine signs, ayah, that Allah Azza wa Jal sent to the pharaohs to show that he was a messenger of God. And one of the sign was that he put his hands under his armpits, and he will come out white without any problems. And so obviously that show clearly, if the Israelites, and children of Israel were white, so if you put your hand and then he come out white as a white man, then it's no miracle. So for it to be a miracle, it has to be black and then to come white. So that's clearly show, the historically that side of things, and that's one of the things that show Afar people history, Afar people history. And I was telling you about an Amazigh brother here. I've got, and I don't know if you can read it, but let's toggle it to the English bit. Yeah, this bit. There was the French bit, and I'm gonna show you later on. So yeah. So, and here clearly he's saying, if you can see this bit, yeah, and he clearly saying, let's move some stuff from here and stuff, so I can have an idea. Here is saying, Afar is the ancestor of all Amazigh, Berbers, as indicated by Ibn Khaldun itself, Aber, Albar, Baranes. Afar existing name in the Caucasus and in the original Mediterranean, Black Sea, and the Southern Sea, side of Africa, from the Red Sea, is found everywhere in the name later. Even the Afar of Djibouti, Ethiopia, and Eritrea. In Greek mythology, obviously you can read it for yourself, yeah? He's saying, obviously, he thinks nobody disputing that Afar is the son of Noah, direct now, but obviously some will tell you he's Japheth, some will tell you he's Ham, some will tell you he's Shem. It's because obviously why there is this discrepancy, on which son of Noah is, alayhi salam, the prophet Noah. So because there is some belief that the children of Noah were from three different races. Japheth was white, Ham was black, and Shem was Semite. So that's not true, because at that time, there was no white, colors of skin people. They were all black. They were Kemites. So they were all three black. So Afar is the Shem, Shem, the L3, the son L3. So as obviously scientifically done. So it was one of the three children of, and is the first to leave Africa, and centuries before the other two, because of the closeness of the Red Sea and all those things. So, and that's why today, when you history talking about people like Nimrod, the king Nimrod, let's remind who was Nimrod. Nimrod was a contemporary, as I said, of Prophet Abraham. And remember Babel Tower, let's remind that was a great achievement. Let's remind the Afar people, obviously with the Egyptian, pharaohs, and the, as I say to the gods, because here as well, if you see this article, it does say the gods, where Afars, the big builders like the Egyptian. And Babel Towers was built under Nimrod, and we all know about the biblical side of that. Let's remind that tower was the highest towers in the world, you know, from that time, you know, the time of Nimrod, until, you know, the next biggest tower, the tallest tower, the next tallest tower was built in 1889, and it was the Eiffel Tower. So that's showing you that's the great achievement of the time, because you had to wait, 1889 and the Eiffel Tower for a human to build a bigger tower, a taller tower than Babel. You know, so that's the blessing that the Afar people had. You know, because as being one of the son of Noah. So that's clearly saying here. And I'm going to show here, this is the bit I show here is the English bit. Maybe I need to go back to the French side a bit here. Yeah? Les noms des Afarchis aujourd'hui, name of the Afarchis today, you know. Donc, you can read in French, vous pouvez lire en français. Ça c'est un frère mazir tunisien qui parle de l'histoire des Afars. Il dit que les Afars sont les ancêtres de tous les Berbères. Donc, il dit aussi, bien sûr, qu'ils sont les ancêtres des Omanais, des Yéménites aussi, et tout ça. Il parle de la Croatie, les Balkans, il parle des Magyars, donc des Goths. Donc, le nom Afrique, you know, the name of Africa come from Afar name, Afarik, you know. So, as the Amazigh themselves say it, you know, and Ibn Khaldun was someone, Ibn Khaldun, c'était quelqu'un de très, très, très instruit. C'était de l'époque des Khalifa, c'est l'époque où en Espagne ils ont amené les savoirs et tout ça aux Européens. Les Européens avant ça, c'était dans les ténèbres, ils n'avaient pas de connaissances. C'est grâce à l'islam et qu'ils ont eu cela. Donc, il dit lui-même ici, l'article dit bien que les Afars de Djibouti, Éthiopie, Érythrée. Donc, mythologie, bien sûr, grecque et tout ça, comme il nous a montré notre distant cousin Eddie, qui dit lui-même que donc une partie de sa famille sont partis vers le sud de la Méditerranée, une autre partie est partie vers le nord, vers le Danube, donc la Scandinavie, et bien, éventuellement pour finir en Grande-Bretagne, avec les Vikings, les Vikings. Donc ça, clairement, c'est une histoire de Hadramaut. Bien sûr, on connaît Hadramaut. Mon grand-père maternel était un Hadrami. Donc, Hadramaut, vous connaissez, il y a ces Afars. Cette ethnie Afar existe sur la partie Afar, en Érythrée et tout ça. Donc, c'est le même genre. Donc, les Afars, donc, rappelons, l'Arabie était... Les Arabes c'est à partir d'Ibrahim et Ismaël, donc avant ça, c'était les Afars qui avaient, donc ce sont les descendants. Tous les prophètes que vous connaissez dans les scriptures, que ce soit la Torah, la Bible et le Coran, descendent des Afars, donc les Shem, des Shem Afar. Donc ça y a pas de doute. Donc les Afars ont eu aussi, si on regarde le Coran, Ashab al-Aïka, quand Allah parle dans le surat, quand il dit que c'est pas Shu'aib seulement que j'ai envoyé Ashab al-Aïka, j'ai envoyé d'autres messagers. Donc, bien sûr, Saleh, Houd, Dul-Kufl, c'était un Afar aussi. Donc quand Dieu le dit dans Surat Al-Kaf, Moussa alayhi salam, quand il veut acquérir la connaissance, il lui dit de partir voir cet homme-là qui vit au bord de la mer, donc qui est un de notre protégés. Donc voilà, donc c'est ça l'histoire des Afars. Donc j'essaie de partager. Donc aujourd'hui, il n'y a pas de doute que l'histoire des Afars est immense, parce que rappelons, bien sûr, vous voyez mon gilet jaune. Ça, c'est en solidarité avec les peuples français, les gilets jaunes français qui, rappelons, la France est gouvernée depuis 1789 par les sionistes, dont Macron et compagnie sont les représentants d'aujourd'hui. Donc, quand la France, en 1829, quand ils ont occupé l'Égypte, comment dirais-je, sous Napoléon, bien sûr, il s'est disputé cette partie de l'Égypte contre les Anglais. Et pendant 5 ou 6 années, je crois que la France a occupé, avant que Napoléon se fasse arrêter et qu'il finisse ses jours à Sainte-Hélène. Donc, Champollion le Jeune a réussi à déchiffrer, comment dirais-je, les hiéroglyphes. Quand il a déchiffré les hiéroglyphes, il a eu toute l'histoire des Afars. Parce que, rappelons, les Égyptiens voyaient les Afars comme leurs ancêtres, le pays des ancêtres et de Dieu. Parce que, rappelons, c'est la terre de Noé, bien sûr, c'est une terre bénie. Donc, quand ils ont déchiffré les hiéroglyphes, ils ont trouvé l'histoire des Afars. Donc, à ce moment-là, en 1862, quand la France est venue à Djibouti et qu'ils ont signé un accord avec 3 sultanats Afar, rappelons cela, et ils voulaient, parce que cette terre-là, pour les sionistes, elle a toujours d'ailleurs, comment dirais-je, une importance publique, parce que, rappelons, c'est la terre de Dieu, c'est là où Moïse a eu, comment dirais-je, reconnaissance de son statut de prophète. C'est là où il a eu les 9 signes à amener vers, comment dirais-je, les pharaons pour libérer les enfants d'Israël. C'est là aussi, quand il s'est sauvé encore la deuxième fois avec les enfants d'Israël, l'exodus s'est passé vers Djibouti aussi. Rappelons qu'il n'y avait pas, comment dirais-je, à l'époque, il y avait le même système qu'on a aujourd'hui en Europe, Schengen, les pays de Schengen où il n'y a pas de frontières, et les pays en dehors de Schengen où il y a des frontières, parce que le Sud, Kémite, était allié des frères et comment dirais-je, sous la tutelle encore des pharaons. Donc, il est venu vers le sud, au pays Afar, Madian, c'est là où il est venu. Donc, il faut finir dans le triangle Afar, qu'on appelle le Madian. Donc, Djibouti, Éthiopie, Érythrée. Donc, quand il est venu à Djibouti, c'est là où la traversée s'est faite. C'est là où la traversée s'est faite. Les enfants d'Israël, Babel Mandab qui dit la porte de lamentation. La lamentation, c'est les pleurs. Et quand on a perdu des gens, on est en deuil et tout ça. Donc, c'est le pleur qu'on fait. Donc, la porte de lamentation, Babel Mandab, ça veut dire ça en arabe. Donc, le mur de lamentation, la porte de lamentation. Donc, ils ont fait traverser comment dirais-je, Rastumera et tout ça. C'est là où la traversée s'est faite, jusqu'au Yémen. Donc, la France savait cela. Donc, ils se sont dit, on va prendre ça dans la politique sioniste, de dire que c'est une terre sacrée, qui a une connotation biblique. Donc, il faut effacer le nom des Afars de cette terre. Donc, quand ils sont venus à Djibouti, ils ont appelé ça la côte française de Somalie. Pourtant, on sait qu'il n'y avait pas de Somalie à l'époque à Djibouti. Donc, je vais vous parler de cette histoire contemporaine tout à l'heure. Donc, quand ils ont fait et Moussa Ali, la montagne de Moussa, Moses Mountain, who's in Djibouti. Donc, they changed the name because you see how stupid they thought the Afar were, because we know more than them, because we are older than them. The French, the further they can go, they only have they don't even have 1,000 years. France as a nation, so they only so that's why, because they're jealous of their close cousin Italian or Roman, because who can go close after the oldest civilization in Europe, and with the and then they had to copy the Greeks civilization. That's why they have Paris and Elysee and all these things, the Greek things. So that's obviously they want to say that they're as big and as old as the Italian or the Romans. They're not. So that's to show you. And when they try to wipe Afar history, they still working on that things to wipe Afar names from that, because on what you call biblical ground, if you want to take someone's name or country, you have to wipe his name from the history, and that's what they tried to do. And then when they came, they knew exactly it was Afar country. There was nobody else here, and obviously they brought, and then obviously they tried to wipe and show you as well how because let's remind Djibouti and the Afar people at the time were part of the Ottoman Empire. We were the leading Ottoman Empire group in Horn of Africa, at the time. So when the European came, obviously they had to destroy that. And we are going to share with you now here, je vais partager avec vous ce que disait aussi, comment dirais-je, le président Erdogan. Ça, c'est la page directe du président Erdogan. C'est pas moi qui le dis, vous pouvez le dire. Vous pouvez écouter, il fait référence aux Afar en 1917, il ne fait pas de référence aux Somalis, aux Issa. D'abord, les Issa n'existaient pas à l'époque. Les Issa, c'était plutôt à l'époque, comme on disait, des Hamal, des gens qui travaillaient sur les voies ferroviaires. Les premiers immigrés que les Français ont amenés, ce sont les Somalilandais, qu'ils soient Isaac, Gadaboursi ou Darod, qui est l'administration. Donc, le nom des Afars avait disparu. Le nom des Afars avait disparu de 1862 jusqu'à 1967. 105 années, le nom des Afars a disparu. Donc, nos frères somaliens à l'époque travaillaient pour les Français. D'ailleurs, je vais vous faire écouter la preuve, parce que sinon il allait parler de la résistance somalie, Issa ou whatever. Donc il parle que de la résistance Afar. Donc jusqu'à 1967, le nom des Afar avait disparu. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Donc il y a eu les indépendances africaines, appelons dans les années, à partir de 58, 60 et tout ça. Donc à ce moment-là, les Somalis, c'est là que les Somalis ont commencé à dire, quand la Somalie italienne, la Somalie britannique a eu leur indépendance, les Somaliens de Djibouti ont dit, nous on veut être rattachés à la Somalie. La Somalie française, on veut qu'elle soit rattachée. Donc c'est à ce moment-là, parce que rappelons, Mahmoud Harbi et tous ces gens-là travaillaient pour la France jusqu'à ce moment-là. C'est là qu'ils ont commencé, mais avant ça, ils travaillaient pour le maître français contre le peuple Afar. Donc l'histoire est claire, nous on connaît notre histoire, donc on ne peut pas faire une histoire disant que... quand les Afars ont dit, d'ailleurs certains Issa, parce que l'Issa c'est le plan B, quand les Somalis ont dit on veut se rattacher, il a fait sortir du chapeau les magiciens français, les Issa, qui font un groupe qui fait partie des Somaliens. Donc même si quand ça leur plaît, quand ils voient l'épouvantail Afar, ils discutent en Somalie. Quand ils pensent que l'épouvantail Afar est éloigné, ils disent qu'ils sont Issa. Donc clairement, il y a la traduction sur ce truc-là. C'est pas moi qui le dis, c'est un héritier de l'Empire ottoman qui le dit. Machallah, les grands présidents, Erdogan qui le dit. Donc répond au président Macron quand il parlait du génocide arménien, et donc le génocide français qui est là. Donc si on fait, si je vais là-dessus, allons-y.
Fransızlar İslam'ın izlerini silmek için İslami eğitimi yasakladılar ve Hristiyanlaştırma çalışması başlattılar. Macron bunları bilmez ha. Macron'a ben söyledim, sen dedim daha siyasi.
Pardon, il faut que je...
Fransızlar İslam'ın izlerini silmek için İslami eğitimi yasakladılar ve Hristiyanlaştırma çalışması başlattılar. Macron bunları bilmez ha. Macron'a ben söyledim, sen dedim daha siyasette yenisin. Önce dedim bunun tarihini bir öğren. Bizim tarihimizde yok diyor. Bak şimdi ben sana tarih dersi veriyorum. Bunları bir defa iyi öğrenmesi lazım. Bakın çok ilginçtir. 1896-1919 Burkina Faso bu ülkeyi tamamen sömürge haline getirdiler. 1903 Moritanya'yı işgal ederek yoğun Hristiyan misyonerlik faaliyetlerini başlattılar. 1911 az önce izledik Çad'ı tamamen işgal ettiler. İslami eğitimi tamamen yasakladılar. 1916 Kamerun Müslümanlara baskı uygulayarak misyonerlik faaliyetlerini sürdürdüler. 1917 Cibuti, orası da Müslümandır. Afar Müslümanları tarafından başlatılan ayaklanmayı bütün insan 1896 Gine Fransızlar İslam'ın izlerini silmek için İslami eğitimi yasakladılar ve Hristiyanlaştırma çalışması başlattılar. Macron bunları bilmez ha. Macron'a ben söyledim, sen dedim daha siyasette yenisin. Önce dedim bunun tarihini bir öğren. Bizim tarihimizde yok diyor. Bak şimdi ben sana tarih dersi veriyorum. Bunları bir defa iyi öğrenmesi lazım. Bakın çok ilginçtir. 1896-1919 Burkina Faso bu ülkeyi tamamen sömürge haline getirdiler. 1903 Moritanya'yı işgal ederek yoğun Hristiyan misyonerlik faaliyetlerini başlattılar. 1911 az önce izledik Çad'ı tamamen işgal ettiler. İslami eğitimi tamamen yasakladılar. 1916 Kamerun Müslümanlara baskı uygulayarak misyonerlik faaliyetlerini sürdürdüler. 1917 Cibuti, orası da Müslümandır. Afar Müslümanları tarafından başlatılan ayaklanmayı bütün insanlık dışı uygulamalarla bastırdılar. Ayrıca Müslümanların dinlerini öğrenmelerini engellediler. 1945 yeniden Cezayir'e döndük. 8 Mayıs 1945'te bağımsızlık yanlısı 45 bin Cezayirliyi kadın, çocuk, yaşlı, genç demeden katlettiler. 132 yıl işgal altında kalan Cezayir'de 1,5 milyon Cezayirli hayatını kaybetti. Buradan tabii Cezayirli kardeşlerime de bu vesileyle seslenmiş oluyorum. 1961 Paris. 17 Ekim 1961'de Fransız polisi ülkelerinin Fransız koloni yönetiminden bağımsızlığı talep eden silahsız Cezayirli göstericiler.
Okay, so je vais
Eddie Izzard.
Okay. Comme je disais que, je ne sais pas si vous m'entendez, si vous m'entendez, donc voilà ce que le président Erdogan, l'héritier de l'Empire ottoman, qui connaît très bien sûr, rappelons Zela et tout ça, jusqu'à Zela faisait partie de la terre Afar, donc Djibouti c'est une terre Afar. Aujourd'hui, la terre que les Issa disputent aux Afar en Éthiopie est une terre Afar. C'est pas moi qui l'ai dit. Donc, as we know that all those lands are Afar lands, as we can see from this video I'm going to show you. It's not for me, it's like someone confessing the truth, and obviously he's clearly saying what he's doing is illegal. He's killing Afar and Oromo people to take their land. So that's what the Isa Somali is saying. And I want to share with you that, and obviously for those of you who understand the language and who don't understand understand the Somali language, and of those who don't understand, there are some subtitles on them. And this gentleman is Hussein Bull, and one of the Isa leaders, a criminal, a terrorist, who clearly saying that, confirming that history that Tokyo is what you call President Erdogan talking about. He's saying the land we're trying to take from Afar people is Afar people up to Zela, and if we let's go and if I go. Okay, let's go and put. It's not this one. Okay, so it's the next one. Okay, so where is that one? It's somewhere around here. It was somewhere around here, but I'll go and get it for you. Just bear with me. Restez avec moi. Je vais vous trouver cette vidéo-là que j'ai ici. Que j'ai ici, qui pour certaines raisons a disparu. Donc, voilà. Donc, si je la fais, si je la mets ici. Ok. Voilà. Donc.
يمكن هو سيء بس لكن ما في أمغالي حوي جسنا حوي وبدل بحيول إلى ألم بورك الله يرحمه سأودي ربي من جوه وأنا خبر من ذلك أفر بطلع إلى هواس marka weeyaan inaan garanno dhulka xilgagelnahay rag baa leh afar waa dawlad ciidan bay leedahay lacag bay leedahay oromo sidaas oo kale ciidan bay leedahay rag bay leedahay dawlad bay leedahay markii haddii wararkayga iga waxaas waxaan taariikhdiisu soo sidaa ma aha إذا تقولوا الحكوميين يقولوا كانوا ممكن يدينا يا سيد سواء كانوا يا سيد درب الموضوع
So as you can see, voyez, pardon. Ok, donc rappelons cela. Okay. Donc, ok, appelons donc ce que je disais. Donc, Monsieur Hussein Bouh, hein, lui-même dit dans cette vidéo-là que je vais vous montrer là.
ممكن هو سيء بس لكن ما انتي انغالي حوي قسنا وحوي وبدبل بحيول الى لهم منك الله يرحمه ساودي ربي من جوجا وانا قبل من ذلك أفر بكتان سوما إلى هواس marka waxa weeyaan inaan garanno dhulka aan degannahay rag baa leh afar waa dowlad maanta ciidan bay leedahay lacag bay leedahay oromo sidaas oo kale ciidan bay leedahay rag bay leedahay dowlad bay leedahay markii haddii waraqabkayga iga baxo xasan waxaan idhi taariikhdeena soo sidaa ma aha dadku way xoroobeen markuu iyagu taan guuteen ay dilayaan sayada Soomaaliya hadal uu yiri boqorkeeni garab aan loo noqoto soo Ok, donc je ne sais pas si vous m'entendez encore. Est-ce que vous m'entendez? Si vous m'entendez, vous pouvez me dire vous m'entendez. Donc, pour dire clairement maintenant. Donc, vous avez vu comment quelle est cette histoire dans l'histoire des Afar. Malheureusement, il y a quelques petits problèmes techniques. Ça s'améliorera, j'espère, la prochaine fois. Donc, première fois que j'utilise ce système, donc j'espère pouvoir les perfectionner pour la prochaine fois. Donc voilà, l'histoire Afar aida de avec ce game wayai maxay sini bulle wo video sini bulle wo numoyo maxay Afar ay naharak tawcin Afrika tawcin may dalte wana maya inkih targen migale ay daadu inkih targen inkihi Afar kradi mara takkay Greg takkay Rome takkay kirsiado mara takkay anbiya takkay محكر حو تركي تاكاي بيرشين تاكاي مان قمر
inki sagaal taban afara krade maraya to kasaku la abal sumaisa kadu kitab sumaisa sini ka warsanna maxay nabi Musa dabanay nabi Ibrahim dabanay maxay wo afar ama Iraq kiyan baro tarigeni Nimrod nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam daban sugo dagi wo dabana afar sukte gersi mar muslimna arab muslimna Israel daylo muslimna muslimna afar sukte wo numisihi afar numuk sukte kushit sukte هو حتوسيح عفرها ما يو حتى أنا قلت ما لك لها يعني هو عند عفر حتى هو بارو عفر ساكوت هو مقعات الكلا تال عفر مقعله تو تال عفر مقعله تساكو تو بارو قبلين هنا سيستم تي معي أنا كابو voice clear مثلا نايت أنا أوكي توا يا هاي من واي voice من ما يعيسي ألف وتسجيو تحلتا ها توا يا هاي voice توا يبعهن من اليني ها يا رحم فرما عفر محابي ونتوني وديرسين الدعاء سواكا هاي نوم كهينها وإدي إزر كهينا كل ما عفرك ردي عفرنا حرك توعمي أفريقيا توعه نما يدلته تو نما ياي تندري هاي تمي وسنوا أما غريك تكاي روما تكاي أما غرسي عدو مرة تكاي مسلم عرب تكاي يهود تكاي كل مري كاك ردي وفوليمي هاي فوليمي قرنا ها فوليمي معي سيبون سبب أنا معي هذا فوليمي أوكي أرحم هرما هاي تو كل من عفرك ردي يا نوما كعبالة سما عيسى كتاب سما عيسى سينيكا ورسنا هاي محاي أصحاب لايك أن إني أنبياء لوكسون كادو نقدر درد أنبياء كيه نقدر تساكو تو نم قدوس نم تنم قديس مدو تساكو نبي نوح دايلوكو يلي بركة الدهي دايلوكو تيكتين هنن تدريه يلي في الدليل مرات نقاد تو دوعة كان نت مريه تابلهنا كادو سين كهو يسبولنا محاي عفر مراحسك سكتم أفريقيا هجايس مراحسك سكتمي عدو مريماتك دوما عفرك سكتم نهار سكتم عفرك سكتم تارجنينا ونسمع السماء أوتومان أمباير كيان برايا ما هي خليفة نسمع بريزدان أردوغان سين كهو يقولنا بريزدان أردوغان محرك سجيه هو تيلا عفر استعمار فرنساوي استعمار سادال بايمي عفر الدها عفر مقعدك عيسي دقا مقعمر عيسي مسجد نوداي سومالي سكت سومالي ومحا فرنساوي تباهي اللي تعمل تكسجين كان الآن بوكي كو نسنتا نباره مقع عفر مقع بايسس فرنساويتي كهي ميتمي كهتارجين إنها وريه تو كدعدو نك فرنساويتا نارجين فردينتا وريه تو تياتيان وفرنساويتي ميتي ساكو ديني لا نباي سامه تياتي ميتي وسم سيونيسكا كي مرا هاي و مراحي السم و ملكانو ريفولوشن هينمي تكفنا وريه بحسام تو مراي ديني العفر بارو فرمرا كدا إسرائيل تيرينكي تو تاني تو عفر الرومان كهبهتم فرنساويتي كان البهني منو كنا رح بسنين كنا كده يسنين وسن هاي تونا لا ديني يلكو هامري دوغمي فرنساوي كي تيابا دوغماتيزم إنجليزي هاي دوغمي القدما هاي فرنا ها معاني دي توتي هاي تارو كوما هاي تاي ونمو كوهما مايكا هاي توهنا رجيم فردين تنو عدوي أمر جرسي مرين البحق سجن متنا توما ينساكو عفر مراحي سكسوتي كله نيجو بس سوتي سي هذا عيسيتو يساكو قبوتيل تيا ورشتا حمالة هيميتي كهنا رجلنا حمالة السجيه يما ترين جيت الحمالة السجيه مرة قرشي سومالي نهارك كنا دو ما أدمنستراسيون كتياك قبوتيل مقالة اللي تعمل تكسوتين فرنساوي الفيكي بحرك بوكي بحر كنتون كي بحارك ودري هاي ما أفريقيا لا كيس هذا ودي أفريقيا بارورا كي قرشي بارورا حرية يسد استعمارك حرية وقت يميت وعديها توك ودر سومالي فرنساوي والله نبارو سومالي إيطاليا سومالي كي إنجليز سومالي تي ناروية فرنساوي سوم لكنك ناروية ووعد يومين وقدما كين هتامي تكسكن عفرا ومن بحتي عفر فرنساوي اللي ها مكسوكتي فرنساوي إسيبارو تي السوكتي مياه عفارك سوكتي أحكا كسماعي سنها بريزدون أردوغان سومالي دغار ما دغا عيسي دغار ما دغا عيسي كنا سوكتم هنا عيسي 58 كودريسو سانسيتي هي ودغول يميتي وهو كودر كاتارجننا هين كادو ما حمال السوبي عيسايتي كانت ياخدو لو وتسجنم هنا باك سو مغرسو مالك عند عفره ما فرها بكز عفر بارو بيان فرات عفر ميغا عباي سامي تياتيان بارو سيادك بيتنك هي سياده متنا يانا هذا واي فلسطين كهبننا فلسطين متنا يان كله عدي فلسطين ما بارو مسجننا يانا تون الحان سون هي سيادك بارو اللي بيانا فرانا اي دادو كوكباي سانا ميتياتي ميت يا ماتي هاي لا توي فنا هاي تو هاي تا زمان دوميسا بير اما احمد بشير تيالا يا باكسوجي سومالي تميتمي فرنساوي اللي تميت ايسي سو سانسيت كودري كادوما سوجي مراهنا حبت كينك سوجي تعليم لك سوجي مراهنا حماله يميت مرا ما ترند كيتال يميت مرا علي سبيح الف كي بحربو كي سغلا تبان كي سغاله دي سمت مغالا تساكو مانغو عفركسيني قبلها انا تا وعلي سبيح هنا توت مولعيسي تودرب سين المحا تودرب كين المحنة كم بارو هنا يميته مرايا كين كهر حنة ها أبارو وما دلن كما دلن أبارو ما ها وبكيا كهمنتو اللي تو بكيهم يا ما تكبر سينك اللي تو بكيهم يا وبكيا حكي اللي تنبارو هنا أساق أمريكا كاتب لنا نيتيف إنديان كيام مريان ها ناتيف دي بي كي قرسي مريان تو تيالينين هاي تاساو يستك فريمر تكيا تو تيالينين تو يارغنونو اساكو بارو لايو انجليز بارو لايو هاي انجليز ناشوناليتي ليو تياليو بريتش ناشوناليتي ليو لكن امريكانس احي بارو يانو بارو هو بوكي اسليك ارحمدو دا سيادك بيتم هنا ما هاي كل مكتوب تاني كل بتيالتن هاي تو كان واي كهبلك سكتين انها ثانيه سماعي سها سيمبوه كهينا عفرك بيني باروية زي العائلة وكي ورموك بيني باروية ما حبشال بينا ما حينا ما قوة البينا دي سومالي قبل نتك هاي ست هاي هي بيني باروية سامرين لوكتينك هيكي سومالي قرسي سومالي أكسنويا ها عندهم سوماليا فترحوا واد مقشين وحو حسين بوح كهرليا هدي مقلين دواني ونقصو علينيا يا نقصو علينيا وحو كلير لله هي يا وحو كلير لله هي دي محل راها اني محل راها دولك عفرتها لهاد لا زال دولك عفرتها لهاد حوق بنكو قدني بوليه يا لوكا حول بنكو قني بوله دادو سومالي وطقان
كانت ما رأى عنهم يمكن وسيلة بس لكن ما أنتي أنقالي حوي قسنا حوي وبد بال بحيول إلى لهم منك الله يرحمه سأودي ربي من جوجل وأنا أخبر من ذلك أفر من ذلك سوما إلى حواس مرة وحويا إيران قررنا دول كان دقنا هي رب عليه أفر ودلنا عيدا بيلاده دعك بيلاده أروما sidaas oo kale ciidan bay leedahay rag bay leedahay dowlad bay leedahay markii haddii wararkayga iga baxo xasan waxaan idhi taariikhdeenu soo sidaa ma aha dee dadkii way xoroobeyni markuu iyagu taan buuteen ay dilayaan isaayada soomaaliya qalbigu geeni boqorkeeni garab ha noo noqoto soo
اوكي دواد مقشين سوماليا ninkan Xuseen buu nin ciise uu leeyahay dhulkan cafartaan ka qaadnay xoog baan ka qaadnay dulmi baan ku qaadnay dee nagu taageera bay leeyihiin dulmiga nagu taageera bay leeyihiin dee waxaad u dhimanaysiin dulmi baad ku dhimanaysiin wax xaraam baad ku dhimanaysiin dad dowla muslimiin kale dee wax xaq lahayn xaq daraad ku dilaysiin lagu dilaya dee waad iska aragteen ilaahayna dib uu leen sugayaa oo taa inaan ogaatiin waan cafartana way isdifaaci doontaa haddaad dulmiga raacdin inigayni jirtaa soomaaliyay waad maqasheen dhulka laaseyla cafarta iska lahayd gaalkii baana xumeeyey gaalkii baan doonay dhulkayga naga qaato diiniyan buu naga doonay naga qaato waa dhulkii nuux waa dhulkii ambiyada weyn cafarta ambiyada oo dhan aad ogtihiin cafartay ka dhacday taa maanta layskuma haysto waa dhulkii nuux doonaya diiniyan loo qaato waxaa la isticmaalaya ciise dadkan ciisaha la yidhaah ciise inaguna isticmaalaya wax dee xaqdarro ayaad ku dhibanaysidaan dadka kale aad ku dilaysid taa waad iska arkaysiin waa kaas aniga maahin waxaa le ninkii meesha dhulka dee xadaya dhulka cafarta ku dilaya ya dumarkeega dee gooracayo kufsanayo caloosha ku furayo naagaha uur leh caruurta ka qaaday maaragta diiniyan wax lagu sameeyo maan ramadaan dhexdeed waxaabay sameynayaan dadkaabaad taageeraysiin waad ogaatiin wayaan ilaahay waa qof ma hurdo ma seexdo ilaahay taa maalin buu naga jiri doona haddaa dunyadan ama akhiradan naga jiri doona waad iska arkaysiin ninka taageeraysiin waxaan u sheegaya mustafa cagjar waan u sheegaya waad maqlaysaa mustafaw haddaad soomaali taqaanid iyo waad iska arkaysaa oo dulmi weyn dulmi baa la wadaa dulmi waxaan oo dhan afartiyo soomaali walaala yihiin waad isku ogtahay haddaad u fiirsatid isku shiid baan nahay muslimiin baan nahay isku dad baan nahay qof kasta afartuu ka dhacay taa maanta la iskuma haysto waan iska ognahay waan garanaynaa taariikhda waan garanaynaa ismaaciil baan nahay ismaaciil daarodow ismaaciil baan nahay waad isku ogtahay taa haddaad ogeen de baro maaragtay taariikhdaada baro maanta yaa adduunka yaa oo dhan baa yaqaanina afarta dadka tahay dadka maaragtay nabi nuux tahay oo qof kasta ka dhacay bani haashimna way ka dhaceen afartaas taa waa inaad ogaatid weeyaan waa kaas waxaad taageeraysaa ya xaqdaraad taageeraysaa baatilkiibaad la socotaa de waa kaas baatilkii haddaa la socotid dee dhulkeega annagu aan daafacayna maalintaas waad inaad ogaatid weeyaan ina baatilka nagu timaaday dadka baa dhulkooga ku dhintaa ya dhulkooga dhaafacayo wax ka ilaahay baa taageeraa dadkaas taa inaad ogaatid weeyaan ilaahay baa taageeraa because ilaahay wuu nacaa xaqdarrada ya waa taas weeyaan waa si aad u maqlaysay dhulkan afarta iyo oromodaan ka qaadnay buu leeyahay aniga maahin waxaa le waa ninkan xuseen buu wuxuu terrorist aad og tahay markaasuu dad wuxuu ku leeyahay kaali taageer haddaad taageertid dad walaalnimadiina waan ka baxnay annaga waan iska kaa celinaynaa waa taa inaad ogaatid weyn afarta weligeed xoog waxba lagama qaadin waa la iskula tagay maahina afarta ya waa la yaqaanaa dhulkooga way daafici doontaa de markaan dhulkaaga daafacdiden libaax baa tahay waa talyaaniga weydii bariga ethiopia la daaficaya turkiga weydii intaa ka horeysa dad badan baa inoo yimid portugiiska weydii vasco da gama inankiisa iyaa dilay afartaa dishay ciise ma dilin ciise ma jirin maalinta hore baygaa qaadanaya iminka historiga waan isla jirnay waqtigiida axmed gure waa taqaaniin waan isku walaala isku garab baan ahayn ya maaragtay taa waa la isku ogyahay axmed gure waa taqaani magacaas axmed gure waa afar kelmad kale ma haysto gure waa bidixda weyn inta soomaalida bidixdaa tiraaheen laakiin anu gure baan nahay wax kelmad kale ma haysano da isku dad baan nahay walaalaan nahay de waxa la isku boobiye ma jirto qof kasta dhulkiisu leeyahay ya annaga qowmiyad weyn baan nahay saan niu sharaxay iminka maanta wax naga horeeya ya maaragtay magac iyo waxa ma jiraan qof kasta hadduu la yidhaaho maanta la eego saan nii sharaxay afar baa laga yimiday afka af Soomaaliga iyo af Afarta haddaa isku egtid af Oromada isku egtid waa waxyaalo badan baa isku mid ah san baad tiraaheen san biraan af baan dhaha xundun baad tiraaheen xundun baan wan dareemay baan tiraaheen wan dareemay baan konton baad tiraaheen konton baan labaatan baad tiraaheen labaatan so haddii aad laba afka og tahay waa inaad ogaatid meesha ka timid walaalkaabaa maanta la dagaaltamaysaa xaqdaraad ugula dagaaltamaysaa dad ciise la yidhaaho diintooda iyo wax diinta islaamka dad ka baxay baad taageeraysa waa kaas waad maqashay wuxuu markuu hadlayo waxay taageeraya buu leeyahay ogaaskii ciisaha buu ku leeyahay taageeraya inuu yidhaahdo haasaa Afartan xoogdan kaga qaadan dhulka wax hoos xoog la iska qaadanaya ma jiraan yaa bado xaqdaraad ku dhimanaysaa dadka kale aad ku dilaysa markaas ilaahay baa jira inuu ana qofna kama cabsoonayno qof kastaan iska celin karayno so wataa inaad ogaatiin weeyaan waan nii sharaxay wixii oo dhan Afarta storygayga nii sharaxay Soomaali maanta aan ku hadlay nii sheegaya waad iska maqlaysiin ninka wuxuu dhahaa maanta haddii aad ninka taageertiin aad tiraaheen wixii xaqdaraan ku sameeyay caalamka oo dhan baa meesha yaqaan waxaa la leeyahay iminka maanta taas uma fiicno Soomaalida uma fiicno qowmiyada kale markay arkaan waxaan oo kale inta walaalihiina muslimiin oo doonaysa inaad xaqdarro ku duushiin markaan taanay ma fiicno because walaalihiina islaamkiina lahaa diinta lilahaba dadka la taageeraya dadka la socon doono taa waad inaad ogaatiin weeyaan taaban doonay inaan sheego so maanta waa saan nii sheegay wixintii aan nii sharaxay waa nii sharaxay Xuseen Buux ninkan la yidhaho waa inaan la xiro weeyaan haddaan Cagjar waan ku sheegay waad maqashay ninka wuxuu leeyahay yaa baatil baan dad dhulka doonaya ku qaato dhul aan leeyahay maahin buu ku leeyahay isagaa ku leeyahay annaga waan iska ognay qowmiyada Ethiopia oo dhan baa og annaga iyo xuduud ciise iyo annaga xuduud naga dhexeeya ma jirto xuduudka waxaa naga dhexeeya annaga dhinaca minka ciishaa sheeganaya annaga iyo Oromo waa naga dhexeysa xuduudda dhinaca annaga iyo Oromada waa xuduudda naga dhexeysa ciise wax la yidhaah ma jiro waad isku ogtaa waa kadan ninka kuu sheegay dhulka annaga ma lihi buu ku leeyahay dhul dad aan xadnay boobnay buu ku leeyahay haddaad xaqdarrada taageeraysid adaa ku jirtaa laakiin waxaad garatido waxaan oo dhan adaa kugu noqon doonta waxaan oo dhan adaa kugu noqon doontaa because Afarta ma iloobayaan xaqdarrada taageeraysid maanta waa laguu sheegay 10 goor baa lagu yidhi nin qaafil ma tihid waad og tahay waxaa dhacaya waana haddaad qaafil lahaydna maanta waad ka maqashay dadkii waad ka maqashay xumaanta wadaya oo maaragtay dadka boobaya isagaa af Soomaali buu ku leeyahay dhulka annaga ma lihi laa zeelac dhul Afar bay ahayd inta kalena Ethiopiana Afarta iyo Oromadan ka qaadanay baa ku leeyahay xoog baan ka qaadanay because Soomaalidana taageeraysa berigii Siyaad Barre Soomaalida taageeraysa dowladdii Soomaaliyeed baa taageeraysa marba Siyaad Barre berigiisa wuxuu dilay 400 iyo moono qof buu dilay ciidda ilaahay buu dadkaa dilay taabuu ku wadaa taabuu yaqaanaa dulmigii iminka halku ku dambeeyay waad iska arkaysa dulmi haddaa lagu socdo dulmi ilaahay ma seexdo adigu kugu soo celinaya dulmiga ha taageerina haddaad taageertay inagay jirta adduunyadana kama bixisin akhiradan wayna sugaysa so waa taa weyn waxaan nii sheegayaa waad maqasheen wadaad af Soomaali buu ku hadlaya af kale buu ku hadlaya ma jirto afka Ingiriisi waa lagu tarjumaa af Afarna waa lagu tarjumaa Faransiiska waa lagu tarjumaa wuxuu leeyahay dhulka annaga ma lihi dhulkan Afarta iyo Oromada leh zeelacna Afarta leh Afartan ka qaadan wuxuu naga qaaday ma jirto berigaas caddaankii baa na reexay caddaankooda maaragtay islaamku doonay inuu baabiyo sidoo dogon lahaa dadkaa baa na reexay ciise na reexay ma jirto dee markii dambena dagaalkina wuuna riixay markii soomaalida xorriyadda qaadaday dowlad noqotana dowlad ma ahayn hub baa lahayn waxba lahayn dad masaakiin baa la dilay walaalahooda muslimiin baa la dilay dhulka laga qaaday maaragtay waxaa la yidhi soomaali inaad noqotiin haddii aad soomaali noqon weydiin dee qof kasta wuxuu yahay buu yahay maaragtay daladaa baa loo dilay cafarta maalinta dowladda soomaaliyeed oo dee haystay magaciisa siyaad bare iyo dee ciisaha taageeraya waata maanta wuxuu ku leeyahay haddii waan isku ognayna qalad ku jirno haddii cafarta iyo oromada nagu kacaan soomaalida unbaa u yeeran haddana garab taagnaan doona buu leeyahay waa iska maqlaysin dulmiga aan oganayna taageera dhulkan cafar baa le cafar baa beri waktigii nuux laamaantay leedahay ilaahayda baa na siiya dhulkan qofna wuu naga qaadi kara wayo xoog waxna laga qaado ma jirto sharcigana kuma saamaxayo de dadkiina dee ugu dhashayna dhulkana way ku dhimanayaan laakiin baatil baad ku dhahan dadkaa ku dhimanaya de meesha ilaahay jannad buu siin doonaa waa shahiid weeyaan dalkaagu dhan laakiin adigoo de baatilku ku dhimanaya maxaad ku dhimanaysa ilaahay ma hurdo ma seexdo waa taa weeyaan waxaan nii sheegayaa waa tamaanta waa nii sharaxay wixii xuseen buux wuxuu leeyahay walidee dagaalkii waa socdaa wixii hore afarta way isdaafici doontaa taa waan iska ogahay taa waan hubaa qof kastaan iska celin karayna weligeed waan iska celin qowmiyad cusub ma nihi qowmiyad dheer baan nahay oo taariikh laan nahay dhinac dagaalkana taariikh baan iska leenahay haddaan hubaan leenahay haddaan wax leenahay qof kastaan iska celin karayna so waa intaa weeyaan c'est ça que je voulais dire d'ailleurs je sais pas si vous m'entendez toujours si vous m'entendez dites-moi que vous m'entendez si vous m'entendez donc dites-moi que vous m'entendez yeah, vous m'entendez ok so c'est ça le truc dans l'histoire des Afar est une histoire claire, une histoire sans égale, qui transcende toutes les histoires. Pas aujourd'hui, tout réfère à nous, aux Afar. Donc, c'est ça que je voudrais dire aux Afar d'abord, en particulier. Donc, et à tout le monde. Donc, notre histoire aujourd'hui n'est pas quelque chose qui est fait. Nous, on est les premiers habitants. De cette terre qu'on appelle la couronne de l'Afrique. D'ailleurs, l'Afrique, le nom Afrique lui-même, ça vient de nous. Comme le disait notre frère, nos frères Amazir le disent, Afarike. Donc, c'est eux qui le disent, c'est pas un Afar qui le dit. Tout ce que je vous ai rapporté, ça sort pas de la bouche des Afars. Ça sort de la bouche de l'histoire, de la science et des autres peuples. Donc, je sais qu'il y a des gens qui se font des histoires toutes faites. Donc, on sait que les Issa sont venus, comme le dit Mr. Sembo, c'est quelque chose qu'on connaît, qui sont venus récemment. Djibouti ne leur appartient, ne leur a jamais appartenu. Même Ali Sebih appartient aux Afar. Donc, les Issa sont des immigrés. Donc, moi, je suis un immigré ici en Grande-Bretagne, et pourtant, je respecte les lois de ce pays, j'ai la nationalité de ce pays. Donc, voilà. Donc, eux, ils veulent effacer l'histoire, une histoire immense, d'ailleurs, qu'Allah a blessé, qu'Allah a béni. C'est une histoire qu'Allah a béni. Il a dit que les enfants de Nuh, j'ai béni par rapport aux autres nations. Donc, il y a bien sûr la nation, comment dirais-je, les enfants d'Imran et aussi les enfants d'Israël et tout ça. Donc, nous, on est un peuple béni. Donc, c'est pour cela qu'on a pratiquement tout le monde reporte à nous aujourd'hui. Donc, voilà, donc on connaît notre histoire. On connaît notre histoire, donc l'histoire des Afars ne peut pas se faire. Aujourd'hui, même, rappelons l'Éthiopie qui va jusqu'à Suleiman, alayhi salam, et Saba, ils n'ont que 3000 ans. La France n'existait pas à l'époque. Donc la France n'existait pas à l'époque. La France a à peine 1000 ans. C'est pour cela qu'ils vont jusqu'à prendre la référence avec les Grecs, parce que bien sûr, il faut bien qu'ils se disent qu'ils sont supérieurs aux Italiens quand on parle d'histoire. Bien sûr, ce n'est pas le cas. Rappelons donc, la France n'a rien à voir avec la Grèce antique. Ils se sont appropriés cela pour dire qu'ils sont une nation européenne qui va si loin que cela. Bien sûr, ce n'est pas le cas. Donc voilà, notre nation, Afar, est une grande nation. Allah nous a protégés depuis la nuit des temps, parce que grâce à sa bénédiction, il va nous protéger. Parce que nous, on ne va pas chez les gens, comment dirais-je, attaquer les gens ou essayer d'envahir les gens ou de faire la guerre aux gens. Nous, on défend notre territoire farouchement. On l'a toujours fait. Donc, nous, on va toujours le faire. Donc, voilà ce que j'ai à dire. Comment dirais-je, c'est ce que j'ai à dire à tout le monde. Donc, l'histoire ne peut pas se faire, monsieur Hussein Bouher. Donc, cette terre appartient aux Afars. Si tu as une terre, va chez toi. Donc, je dis à Mustafa Agjar, le président de l'Ogaden, ces gens-là, ils se disent Somalie et qu'ils font partie de vous. Donc, je crois qu'ils ont un territoire chez vous. Donc, c'est à vous de faire en sorte qu'ils n'attaquent pas à notre pays frère, une nation frère éthiopienne. Parce que ça, c'est contre. La même nation ne peut pas se battre sur des injustices et tout cela. Donc, si j'étais à votre place, ninkana dadkana de maaragtay sheegta Soomaali sheegta ciise la yiraaho dhulka hadday leeyihin waa dhulkii Soomaalidun bay ka qayb yihiin dhulkooga hadda dagaan dhul cafareed ay helayaan qaadanayaan xoog ku qaadayaan ma jirto. Waa intaa waxaan doonaa in nagu soo celiyo weli. Yeah, so waa intaa weeyaan. So that's the main thing. waxaan doonay inaan raaho dee waa intaan u malaynayaa afar dhaylayu sini kaarxinahaa ninni baaro inki gabanaken fadhinta italihi ninni baarona taxrisnaa nadeefcin fadhinta tohu asmata amari toog baaro toogideleya toogideta afar toobukuyuuke macandhedeye توك قالت يبتانا تمام راح تيرجيني كي حق كالو أنا كي تيرجيني ميكسارة بين كتسم سيني كهبي أنا أمر تو ملك باروت كم بارو هنا أكاساكو إسرائيلي تكان بارو تفري بالستيني تيال بيتم قوة البيتما حق البيت مدودة تساكو محافر أنا قوة البينه أنا ميا وكا أجيرة فلسطين أجيرة تساكو تيا كتر لكن حق البي مدودا حق البي وايتمي بيرا ينساكو هايتا هاي وهو يارجيني فدوا يا سني كيني تارجيني مي منا كيني تارجيني منا كيني هو لالتانا فردانا منا كيني كتانا همرا كيني توبكو أمرا كيني توبكين عيسى بدينو عفر بدينو تماكسيني ورسي تامرا كينو ديني تلهمنو توبكو تلهمنو توه تقحت ويتم ديني كتوب وكني قحت ويتم نيكي عيسى فنتا سني بارو قحانا سني بارو نحن كان ساكو درسي مرة اللي توب وكنو حبشل ورمو اللي لنو أمحر اللي لنو درسي مرة اللي لنو أساكو نبارو بيان فرمريات أمري النحام فرميان أمري درسي قومياتي تألو يتحكي ملي متنا ركين فرناني مدعى المتنا تا أفركا هاي نمرا كيني توبكواتي هي مركا تو مرا سن ديغالانا سن هانا فردينتا تو متنا أمرا كحنت لأنكي كين النهجرا كين بارو كين النهجا هو عبلنو توبو كيني وعدين لكن عفر بارو لو حتى كو بارو كنيمي يبارو كنيمي هي يبارو لو أنو وو بارو نمو أكو أمر إنها حيو حمد عفر يكيه لين بارو كيدو يدبك بارو لمتنا أسأل كي عفر كهربتم كل اللي كتماتي كهتب لنا عفر أسأل يتوبي كنت مدودان تيال تنين مها كنا نوتي ما تعبتني إثيوبيا بارو إنكي بارو أما أكيد يتمدو ده يبارو أنو أنها بيو بيتمدو ده ما تعال هيوينك هاي توهتا رجين فردينتا نيكي تمر توبو كنو دين المناماتا توبو كنو المتنمات توه قحتو دا وتساكو يلي يارجي لكن وه قحتنك هي نيبارو القحن ساكو نيبارو عندل بينو نيبارو ني إيدك نيبارو نساعنك كراعك أقمونك إيدك حيليسك ها أي بن تبع عدوي نتوبو كويتياكو مدودا أساكو أنو نم عفرت ساكو قفتمي إناكي أبكا توه أبو أيتام وقتي ميت قرسي مرحبا إناكي أبك أنو إنهي إناكي أبك أبو ما أبطلنا تجمع ساكو يلي كيري رحمتنا من كيري رباستيني والله كيني كابو أقولك من يوتو قرسي مرحبا عفرتوك قفتي تساكو إناكي أبكا أقولوا أيتام قرسي مرحبا إيجا نبا مكونا كي كبك يلا لك مثلا عفر توكي قفتي أساكو إني يعني عفر نمو توكي قفتي كحمد كيني تلي تمام ركو توبو كنت كيه كنا هي كيني هجر كم بارو كيني هجر عفرك وع عيسى بدينه عفر بدينه قرسي عنقري يعني مثلا توه كان هاي عفريه توه تارجيني فردينتا أي سايتي قرسي مري ألو حكيمة بيه تاساكو تمكل من كحامات يكحما جو دوما تكيمس دوما ابن قلتي ما حد زيلع تكاي اما تي تكاي نو تو تيرجي كودري هاي نو دول متيرجي كودري دول من اللي بيلهاي دول من الجيم يمكن انت بلي يبلم كي قوة البيان تي البيان يبلم يمكن انت تو متنا هاي تو فريس ساكو بيانا ما هكا كنتم سنتلك بيني سوين بارو حكي البيوين انتبولين تابلي حكي البيوين بارو هاي بيرا قحتو ضده بور سنة تكني مي قحتو ضده حكي الكوك بيوين مي ها دول من الكوك بيوين مي قحتو ضده من قلنا القحتة واي يوغوسلافيا كيان بارو تونس تدول ميسو جي تونس وسا حكي البيوين تروح بو بارو بتوك تيتي هاي توعدي كل يارو سي بارو بيتاشتي عالم كادو دعوت كحي ما حي يارجيني عالم تارجع عالم كرحملي أساكو ورمو تارجع قاره كينك جيرانه كينك تريم عفرك نمعيسا كويتا يارجيني وسن سماعي سانا كادو نني نارجين ميا كو كسماعي سانا أساكو عيسى ما جيرانه كينك سكتب متنا شيني لك كيان بارو إنك عفر بارو أساكو إثيوبيا عند بارو هنا فرنسا كنا بارو أي داودو كيتيا ها علمي هنا ببارو كادو ما حي كل مكتوب كتن كتبي تلتني مديسا أكو هنا أنا ساوي كتبك دهرت توعد كتبيا أهين كيه أرجع دي هاي أهين كيه مودقك تنيمي هاي تساكو أحكي سيهيا إنجليزية فتيانا we heard it from the horse's mouth يعني ها فرس أفك نوبيان حاجة ده حي إكسبريسيون ما ها قبلين أبو إيش السماعيسا أفر بارو كني كاي بارو كويتا ها عن دلبي زيادة إيدي زيادة قرع بارو كني إيش هو رشتا إساقو نو أريك سو نمي أنو بس هي كودري هاي هو عايز يقول قرشي مرة يا بوليني هانا فردينت تساقو كرحملي تساقو باتلي كأنها ربا مري ها باتلي كأنها ربا مري يا رجيم فردينتا كهربا ما ها يلي هدول كنا عم بلتا الدنيا لا فويا جرانا تيال باتيله ربانا وك يلي دعوكن عن بالك سجيل قرشي بني آدم عدانا قرشي مسلمين عدانا قرشي مسلمين كبت ربان كاد عفر أنا قد عفر كبع سهمة رئيسي هذا فعلي أنا كادو عفر قبت ربانا ما دول مه ربانا ما ويدي دعوكن عن بالي كادو دونكو عفر يسيني ورسا تماري تبارو تمالي توهو كينك هي مراو كيني تامي تاننك مارغا ميا تماري بارو تمالي توه نوت كيني ورسا ويتانن فنا توه كيني ورسا يو كديه كيني ورسا تيا تيا ميتي مرا إيسا ميا سيادا لغرسي سومالي نهارك فرنساوي تيباهم كهتارجنين أردوغان كهر حكسوغينا توبليني عفراي تيايتي محاي نك سلطاني تهنا وريه لفاك وين سلطاني تمتنا سلطان لعوي تاك اللي كهرمتاي محاي من دايتو هنا كادو بيني سجيني متيالا ديبورتاسيون بيني إيشك ما على ديبورتاسيون بيني إيا بين ديبورتاسيون إيا كينك بيني دا بحر تبان كي كنتون كي بحار هاك إيشا اللي تا فرنساوي اللي تام تكسورا فرنساوي قبط سوكي مرة توه نارجه فريق استوار هايستانا ما سو سانسيتي هي بيني ميها سو سانسيتي كودت كمي واندبندانس ميتو عدي ما تياك سكت اندبندانس اللي ما تي اسرو ما تياك سكت سومالي قحتانا فدارنا فرنساوي ترعتانا فداك سكت سو سانسيت ريفراندوم عفر حنته صار رئيسيتو كبا بايتي رئيسيتي كادو ما فرني جوزو كان كي توه قدر هاي تابلهنا رئيسيتي ما فرني تو منجي تابلهنا و منجي هي حسن قوليت كي قرشي شعبي فراك سجيبه ما حسن قوليت كني ما فنيين وز عند بانداس ديراب سين اللي حمان دبان نان فراك سجنين وسون فراك مسجن عيسي منجو كم سجن ولا يوم ما فنيين بيكوزو سنو سوسان ديسات هي حريتك كوعدي وساكو عفرايف عند بانداس فرنا هتكا هتمها عفر وساكو سومالي ككين دولة رعت السوتي قبوتي السلوك ماتي سوسان ديساتي إثيوبيا ككيان دولة رعت السوتي كادو عند بان أبارو السريتان تو ساكو هاي عند بانداسي ميتي عفر عند بانداسا هفتي هايتي لكن وهو قدوما أبارو سومالي تمان رو إيانا مكسوتي كان عند بانداسا مسلم عفر بارو كني مين أرجع كسوني نانو نني بارو مري أرشي مرات كهنا ريمتنا تو هاي حاجة ده تو أرحم فرما هاي صوتي منا تمية صوتي منا هاي سيني كهر حنا هاي تونا هاي ياي صوتي يوم تعبانة ده هاي يوم تعبان يتعبان إنك مارك بس تنتونو يوم تعبانة تابيني اوكي تابيني يا الحين فرما هاي تونا يا الحين فرما سيني كهر حنها سيني كهر حنها محل الحين فرمي عاقدة اللي تنمي توناي فار دايلويو كانت كهتابلين انها امري كل ساكو ورا رايتي اي نتباه إني إن شاء الله إنكي بناكي إنك عدوي إنك أحسنه سيني ورسة توه تأستوه أسمتا توه أسمتا يلي ديني يكي يسعفرهم متهيمي يسعفرهم متهيمي يلي ديني يكي هاي توكا سيني كاورسنا هاي make Afar again, MAGA, make Afar great again, itanimi, mahay tamahin, bisobe na fadinta, nini ay dadu, fayahay na fadinta, tasaku alam karhid ka kaya nimiyot mahelta. Ano bisobe na fadinta, kasini ka warsennaha, yini ka warsennaha, nehin na agad simarin suma isa asaku nimiga. Netobu ko, mahay, amazir, berber ka kiyana, ابن خلدون كهي عفارة كرادي مرينا نو تبلهنا كادو كل من كيه فرك كيماتون يا نبي نوح تنيرين دايلو تنيرين تهنو ما هي قبلهنا نبي نوح دايلو تو نيرين نكاهيرين مي هاي توهن كيس هذا نكراد دميارين تساكو تو مدق تنيمي أساكو فريم مريكنيمي هانو سيني كاور سنة عبال إنك بيه أما نون كهبنا عبال إنك بيه عبال عف يبقى عبال حوالي عفرنا من عبال كنكو إنكيتن نورث أفريقيا إنكيتن ما حكرحو ويست أفريقيا إنكيتن ساوتلتن أما تشوب الصومالي نمرين أورومو نمرين يهود وعرب إنكيكا كي تركي تاكاي فارسي تاكاي بيرشن تاكاي عدومري إنكيكا هرحوك سجن أنهم إنكي عدومري عفارك ردنية فري أوروبيان تكنيمي عفارك ردي مراكيني نوية فري أي دادو كاتب لنا رومان تاكاي غريك تاكاي كيقولين هنا مكبو قحنية إنهم قري واحدي تكاك وميديتيراني فانقاده ما غريس كي روم كي وكي فانقاده قريسين نورت كده إنكي أفرق رد أساكو إسكولو البريد هاي تم مراي civilization إنكي بريد هاي تم إنكي أفرق رد سيني كهو رسك سجنا هنمرود عفر نمكسكتي عفر سيح محاي ديرو ديرو عفر هروبي عفر أجير هروبي كحتانك النبي إبراهيم تبانكت إبراهيم عفر عفرك ردنم because الدسجم مسكون ودعلم تسجه نمرود كريها لكن عفرنا مكسوت إبراهيم عليه السلام عفرنا مكسوت عفرك ردم رينكي بري أنبياء تبلمي أساق وهو دبانا هاي عفر سكت دبانا هاي نمو سجنا نهارك كل ما هيتم عفرا كبركة هيتم هاي توه نارجم فردينتا توه فاي هينا فردينتا توه كل كلي أساكو أهم يجدوا نو مدد أساكو كسين النهاية مكندا سين النهاية والله إن كدن يكمر حنا توتم درابة يكمر حنا يجي مدو دنكاد إن كنهم يكمر حنا سين كور سنة دوما ينساكو دينية اللي يتباهي نسوين أتور استمري عربك سكتي يوكيين اللي قران دعون كان كاي هاي حيانا هو إيانا متنا أسا كل كيكي سماعي سعفر أي دادي سماعي كتاب التكي علم التكي فريم التكي أصحاب الأيكة كهتارجنين شعيب كهتارجنين يلي مقدس تواكي يلي أنبياء تيكاين أنبياء كتيك زيه نوح بارو عفر بارو تساو كاركو تارجين إنها لوسي توبيني مانغا إدالتو توبيني محكر حوه مانغو تي أردي مانغو لفوفي بني آدم دوه نعرف تو كمان كادو تن سو بني آدم هو سنوه بني آدم تو كمان كي عفر باروسا كل ريتا يلي نعمة هايتو محاكو بني إسرائيل دايرو كتب تمع عفر بارو بدل كتب فرعون بدل اليوم دائما عفر بارو هاي وهي من كي هاي وهي من كي تياكتنا أساكو هاي تو تما درابة يوكي نمين ما يمدو دان كادو اللي باهانا متن نمك درابة توعدي أحكا باه تحتيا باهتن فردينتا because أساكو أنو عفرت يورسا أنو يو عفر نمكن كنا يو تما كرسيمري ياما يلي كتابي ياما علمي ياما هاي وش كدري هاي كرسيمري كوسو معيسه يلي كوسو معيسه علمي كوسما عيسك ودريها ويسا كودري محفظة فري مري أويتي هايستنا أو جبوتي تونا يانا جبوتي تونا أساكو هكذا خليفك تيها سوجي بس سوجي مراي تركيا تاني أساني سما عيسى عفر فرنساوي ومن اللي بهتمي فرنساوي اللي تيها بكسب تيمي فرنساوي مستوى مرة حرب بكسب تيمي عفرية قرسي مريه مجا مدغا بكسب مدغا بكس متنا ما بيني متنا سنت حل سيسانة ورنا اللي بهانا سنت مجا نبارو مجا يتهيني تيها هيستانا ويدو مساق واحد يالو عيسى يترحق سجى بس قد قامة كاب برهاي وكدبرة وأحمد قورك كان عدم هاي دمية إنساق ومرنا نوعد نوعدنا عيسى كنا نوعدنا هاي مري هاي ستها عفرت يا بي أنا عفرت يا هاي ستانا فر أمري دودكي ليسي عسارنسي صار حلون رئيس عفرنسي كليني وحري ملون تابلهنا حر عيسى 1000 سنة تكو يعني 1000 سنة مانك يعني سوسن سيتي كود تبيتيمي كالدوما ساكو سكتبهنا هذا هو نمك كيني ورسانا فردينتا نمك مويستناي نمك موحرينا سياسة يا مرانو سياسة سيني ورسا فرين نت مقعدتونو فري مقعدتون تكريني ما دوما سيني ورسه سياسة حليني كود رسادن كي هنا نقلتا نبا نمكي عندنا مينا نبانو كي عندنا من أنه نارجعنا نحن لنا بارولو سياستنا نوكاد هذا نقل تحت سياسة تميت كودري يكون بنو من سياسة حد ملي رح وعدي ما حي قانون اللي قرانا فردينتا لكن أنا كنا بيوها تو يعني ما هو متنا أنا مقاعكو كنا بيوه يعني متنا وهمتنا سياسة توعيني فردينتا وإيش مدعال قدانا فردينتا مدعال قداني كدري سياسة توعيني من ليسيتا إتر الباهانا هنا هاي رحم فرما هاي توسيني كرحم فرما عفري تساكول عدوي يكيو أساكول تيان هاي تنفرد ما تما يكيون إنك حسن دودنا وإنك حسن دودنا دوما ينساكو عفر قوة البياكس جمري مان عفرك ما يستوي نكي عفرك ما يستوي عفرك قوة البياكس جمري مان هاي بس دي حق لنا هاي إني دولتنا نحين سلاحها نك نبى مري يعني مراكوة كي سلاح نيل نكي نومه مناك توه تاريخ يا ذكاء توه تاريخ أجيران نو عفرت لكتوبك أي دادي كيتي سمايس في نكاور سنه نبي إبراهيم دبن تاي تكفن وقدمك أبين كي هو الله تنا ألكسندر جريت كي هو الله تاني كي عفرك سكتة محقر هو هانيبال أما نمو روما أمبير بوتوك عفرنا مكسوت عفرنا مكسوت هاي تو كان عفرك يرني هاي تنيمي تيم دقيمي تو تارجيني فردين تعفرجي ريا نفيد حساكو بربوليان عفر توبوكوي كيم عندي دي ساكو بارو يدي فعيتي هذا يلي سنيان سراي سنيان سرلي because يلي مدينة يلي باتيل هي باتيل دعوت جماعة أو باتيل بتكر حلا ويفرنا الحمد لله أنا سريع عفريمي because يلي ندعوت يلا نعرف تاني يلا تو نارجين فردينتا تو حمدو جحزنا فردينتا نيا جيراي رمضان تندلمي ما حكرحو بياك تيمي راب تيمي كي يلي كنا تيمرا كنا باي يلي كان بركات كنا هاي كعاب مدوم تيمي عفوي ساي عفرتو بكويو اتحتنا فردينتا هوري حتو أبنا فردينتا ني أجيرا تو كان هاي سيني كرحمي هاي أساكو عفر إنكي جبه قحتي تبليني أساكو إنكي جبه قحني نمني مدودن تبليني تساكو هاي نني باروتو إنكي سنتيمتر حبنو أنا فديت هذا نمه توما حبنا بيرسي مريم ما فنا لكن نبارو هذا في عنه عدوي عدوي بوتوك هنا بإذن الله توارحين فرم هيا عفري إيزايتو كينيتو بكوي أنا مكا راح تانا فردد mana nai wai makino wai manaka kubra hemate ko gadan fara ko ida ku samad baysan fara numuke ko to ko tamatu mududan takku mududan dinil kunna garuwa numuyu yalli يحرمي بعد الكيتيال كونها هانمو تو بكوي تكوك يكو مدودا توكا هاي عيسى بدينو عفر بدينو توك شكالهم مثلا السيبارو قداس تنفردينتا هاي ستعهربيتي عهربيتي كل وكل كاحة دودانا بني آدم تو عفر دو ماك حتى كسوتي بني آدم لكن تنمو فرنا فرست عربا فر عبركها فرت يدكها مها فر باروكا حولي كلانا فردينتا تهكود توكا هاي تو أرحم فرمي هيا هكرحو هاي أساكم هاي عندهم different رينجا باتيسوي هاي ما technicality لي إن شاء الله حاجة دا نجاي قدكي program هم فر هاي سيادة عزمه مع تيلينكي سكايب تيلينكي سكايب السين حلوسيو تيهيو إن شاء الله هاي و program كاميجا هاي نما حاجة دا كيمي بس فرنساوي أفتهنو هاي قبوتي حاجة دا كتير مانكي اللي هاي نوي نماي إسفود نوتخو جولي بروغرام ميجا يا كدو دم تو ميجا وعدي هاي كادو ما هاي يو نوتخو جولي دي جور كادو هيتون ما هاي نعبو كيتيا كي هاي تنما تو تيهنو سنة عزميو إن شاء الله تو عدي هاي ماتل كمبيوتر لي أما ordinatorily ama tii haysta installaba maxaa raxay skype وعد سكايب لا فرنو من كدبا حدودا سكايب لين كدو دا هو بروجرام يلي دينيكي ايام تاهيو من قد هيو تو تعمل لك ما اني تعمتنو هني هي ويسهي اما ويكند كي اما تعمل لك لا أبدو دا ممكن نمهي ويسا كدر حي كادو اللي تنين بارو لا وقتني وقتي كني وقتي لكن نبارو أنها تكا لحي كدري بارتي لحي كدري هاي وعدي أرحم مقع كلام يسفود إنه تقول لي إسماعيل عمر قال لي كي يعيش دولتنا البحثة مايا ها تيتدي أبنو توكا بروجرام مقع على لي ماجا ميك عفر جريت أجين كاتب لنا هاي كادو كل هذا يلي دنيا كينو كادو اللي تكنيكاليتي حاجة اللي بيسوي بينا بلايس إن عزبنو هي لتونو ولا لتو كادو أنا تنمي تيابانا فكان بمه تابله إن أوي مونولوج تيانا ملاكني وتي إن شاء الله أويا محقر حوانا نما سيدي حنميو أرجع ليه قبتيو أما تي جرانكي سكايب جرانكي هي ومر اللي هيو أفر سين أنا سين كونتاكتي بيو سين أرجع مرة يا مين مرة يفيرك سر كلنا ما حزبنا عفر إنه فسألنا تكا إلا بنو تكا يا بتاعنا فدين تساكو تبا مثلا تبا إحنا أما حاجة داي تكيا ويساعدي ما هاي سكول ما أنسينيا عفر أنسينيا حسب تينتي أبو ما فيرك إنكي تارجيني فردنتا عفر إنكي وحسيني تنبولين كه مارجا دولة اللي تعمل عيسي دولة اللي تعمل تنا دوما ينساكو أباكسكي نوري هبانا وسي هداي نك يبرين فرنا حسبت هانا فرن وعدي جرسي مرة يبرين ويبرين مريكين تعمل تمرة يبرين ومرة داي حبن دوما ينساكو أبراكسكي نما شحم رنار كيما ما تانكي ما زور أبراكسكي دولة تحت تعمل تمرة كيني دوما كيني كعدوسي كيني كارجان تومر أبرك سجنة تومر داي حبك سجنة وجرسي مرة وعدها محتي سياسة محية أنا حكى سيادة بريني أمر بريني وري حسب التاني ومن باهي مرة أمر يحبيني تكين الويني يعني هاي دولة تين دول هاي تورن البيانا فرانا توكسر ديك كرانا ميكالين دولة تحتامي تمرة كادو دعوت يا بريني سيادة سرحة بانا كال جرسي مرة هنا afar mara ya bireni faranu hadi aban siyasa to karhimalina because toho aban kullu wadi afarnum ya birena amma afar bara ya bireni faranu hadi ana tiayan wadi duud siyada ya biren kaadu ken mara ya keni tamita tiya xeelana ma xaqarxo mucaaradi yani maxeelana maynin dowla tahtaamita mara mamsuutu kia mara kaadu keni bullahay teniki kuutila saaku dowla tahtaamita waa mari garsi yadullume garsi solidaritane wayti hay tohkana hayarxem faramahay toh taniki to siyaasa ke tiyalata saaku maylahtina siyaasa anu waya ahkaan sini ka warsanna haman godda anu saada takabulu arge takabulu arge tiya taami tamara arge tiya arge saada tarkna arge anu nis saada takara arge hay to karhimalina asaku ahkana fakem maraya hasbit aw ma urihi hasbit tanimi masakina wa'di tuken laha وعد يكتوك أنا لواي تيا داميني أما تيا سواري سنكيني أنا سرّا قبو حيلي سيني أنا تابله ناوي أسانش تو بيني كمار قوي كليكي تباهين باهان من كاربا وعد يكتوك هتوري سكسكين قبو حيلي سر حكسك تيا حكسك وعد سكيت كاك حيوين تساكو هين تكيمتو هاي ساكو تو كرحين كرحي كروت فردين تما ساكو تو كرحي راعي وانا أبلتو نما يكراعي ستما هذا سيني كبرين وساعو جالسين مربلونه وهي برين ميكين اهتام تمر كين هي تام تمر هو مرحبانا هو ده ما احتياج سياسي أنا ما هي كدولة تبريه تلقي تمراكي تلقي ويتمرتكي سيادية متى نو نمل يمكن تجي أنا ما فردينت هاي تساكو هاي أعفر حسبت يعني معلمين هتاني كهانا ما يتو يعني ورسيدو ما أكسيني كرحي هاي سيوسانا ما هاي سيوسانا بس هذا فرانا castration أما ده هاي كرحو أما lynching you know ديفيد لينش تو بنسين هو أنا عسان دبان سيادة بحق سكين سيادة كنيا كليني سيادة سيوسانا تيهانا ما هاي توها بانا فرانا وهبانا فدينتا كونتونيس سيادة ميسيد كهاوعي ويتنا سيادة دقرك تو سين البيانا واكا أكوك سين البحتم عيسي دولة سين البحتم تو محبنا لما ننو في ده هربنا في ده إن كدا هاي نمتايس بياكتنا نمتايس أحكا ورموكا هايتنا كيروكا هايتنا بيجي كيني كرابتي ألفي كيتو كيني كرابتي ساني أنا داي وقت هذا وإيش كده العالم محيها تنمهنا راح تبيح معين هكتب لني السودان التكموي سيادة ورثتي التاني من كده كده داي ساكو دوما كنا كده أول كده آخر كده ورث سيادة سولول تاني تيالتا ربكا ربي أباتك أحمر عفرنا ربي يعني لكن وعدي نمر بها مرئنها وعدي نونك بيانها وعدي نونك هانا مكا إن كده وقلت يا نهر بانا انتايس توني يا سافر فرتو بخيار سيني كارهي لا ويا دون فردين تبكيزو تاني ناني مقدر أحكا كاتب لين إنها دولمي يجي دولة اسماعيل عمر قال لي مراعيسا يجي دولة كاكي قوليت قال لي كارهي وريه قده وريه عيتا تمنمو تمنمو قبوتل كاكلانا فردت تويسك ودري ني أنا ما كلك كماتني أساكو وهكا كابن دو نملينو بس فدا نكيم حنما كلا فدا نكيم حنما كلا فدا نكيم أقول له هناك نمال سيدي حلسة مسؤول نمال سيدي حلسة مسؤول تمام نارجع فرنساوي وريه مع عفر تيال دين التبريه تيال هيتا عفر ما بحث فردان نارجع وريه نبارو أما كاتب لنا إنها هواي إثيوبيا اللي هي حناها ما بدع عصب كي مسوع تيا كابوه إنكي ما تيا وريه هو سيونيستية وريه فرنساوي بيتم وهو كرحمن وساكو أسا عفر كرحملي فرنساوي فرنساوي أسا عفر كرحملي فرد ولا تماتي فرد جاي تما عفر بارو أساكو أحكا كتب لنا يمن تبوكو سنك حساحتي هاي تهساكو تين كن بارو كادو فلانا أتارجننا سوريا كادو فرانا سوريا كادو تبر إنكيه نبارو إنكيه دتان أربعة سودان كادو دتان مصر الدين هاي توه كو هاي كرحيلي نما فننتا عفر بارو ديني بارو نوح بارو بني إسرائيل كتبته يلي سقلا آيات اللي هي نبيون اللي يلي كأنها بالله يبقى كبل كلا يبقى أو تعهل تبليني يلي موسى اللي تنتم مقدس التواك هاي يبقى يبقى كبل لك لكاكي هاي موسى علي كان موسى علي ما يتومتنا تو تاريخ تو كرهي لتون بيسكن حل تتلاقي وين كيها يا أفرا هاي أفر كرهي كأكتني مهنا أساكو يا فرنساويتو أساكو نبارو ببيتا فرق كتماتي فرق وتر كرهي كوكمنو كوكوات سوجي مريني هوري كوكو بقتامي تمريني ما نارجه تو عفر أبو مري تو كوهم دعات أساكو يلي يخش يلي مكري يلي سي مكري باه أساكو يلي كني سي مكري باه مكر الله يمكرون ويمكر الله الله خير ماكريني ينتو له قرآن من قد يلي مكرك نبا مكرمين أساكو شينا سيني باه قوتل شينا سيني باه يعني تو هاي أريه وكيكوا ما حقرحو مسوى كي عصب فان قدانه تريني ميانه تو كرحسينك منو لباي تو كرحسينك منو يبتانا فدمتنك لباي سين باهي بسكا ما يبتانا فدانا يرسلنك سلامة السيني كرحوا سلامة السيني كرحوا هاي سا كنا ستوا هاي يلي ديني كي سيني كاور سنة هاي حكرحو أبواما il se fout de notre gueule les programmes qui va venir تو مقعلله كادو بحي فنات كادو حلوس ندودنا le coup de gueule du jour تابله إن actualité كي حاجة ده قبوتيل تكي ما حاجة قبوتيل تكي جوبل تكي يسي دولة كبدل متنكيها بينه تساكو إسماعيل عمر قال لي دارت كيني متنكيها بينه تو برنامج il se fout de notre gueule يرحنا برنامج مقعلله كاتارجنا كتب لا بكسوجي ما هو كادو تيلا بينو فيديو لهنو إن شاء الله يلي دينيك. Okay, everybody, thank you very much for listening, and I'm hoping to come back next week, God willing, with our MAGA program, Make Afar Great Again. So I will do some programs, local programs, where it's called, in French. Anyway, the title will be in French, but it will be, Afar in Somali or Arab, whatever, Arabic. So we will talk about, the problems and the dictatorship that's in Djibouti. And it will be called Is Food Not Gule, it's taking the Mickey, Ismail Magele, the president of the dictator president, the foreign dictator president of Djibouti. So yeah, we will do that, and very soon, inshallah. Merci tout le monde d'avoir écouté MAGA, le problème MAGA, Make Afar Great Again. Donc, inshallah, on va continuer ce programme chaque semaine le dimanche. Entre-temps, j'ai l'intention de lancer un programme qui s'appelle Il se fout de notre gueule, donc qui parle de la dictature du Goulet Kele Issa à Djibouti. Donc, ce sera un programme que je vais faire dans la semaine, donc probablement après 6 heures du soir, parce que comme je travaille, je dois gagner ma vie, donc ça sera vers ce temps. Donc le dimanche, je laisse pour Make Afar Great Again, MAGA programme. Donc je vais lancer ça. J'espère être en position de réaliser ce programme techniquement. Je pense que j'ai des outils. C'est maintenant juste à maîtriser cet outil pour pouvoir le faire. Donc voilà. Salamata Afar Dailoy. إن شاء الله مسرع عفر متهمي يلي هدنه أنصرنو كينكي بحق حاي عدوي هدها مجحنا عدوي تو مارجنا تو عدوي كو عوارو تو كوبار تو مالي عدوي حكي للملكي تو سيني جحيسا نحو تكتينا كتوب كني كتيح كني أبدا تو عفر تو بكوكو سيني جحيسا سيني كان حتى ساكو سيسكو تو كان ساكا السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته